vibes. Little V-Day vibes.
Unlock it. Unlock it. Oh, he got it wrong. He got it wrong. He got it wrong. He got it wrong.
Sound even better in the headphones.
2024.
What you know about this? What you know about this? Hey, what you know about this? Nothing. What you know about this? What you know about this?
Hey, Beakers put me on.
You already know.
Oh, word.
Beakers
Oh, word.
Alright.
Alright.
And I'm only gonna steal in culture.
Alright, cut this shit, man. Cut this shit.
Wait, hold on.
Oh, you get to your favorite part. Hold on. Let this shit run out real quick. How y'all feeling? Everybody settled in?
Really
Why
good,
does this shit sound weird?
Are the cameras on? Aren't they?
Huh? Yeah, actually, I had a dream about that. Bro. Watch, I'm about to tell y'all.
Alright.
But shit, hey, welcome to the Really Good Podcast, man. Episode 4. Ooh, episode 4, man. You know what time it is.
Gang.
Four down, man. We on the fourth one. Did
it.
y'all miss podding last week?
Yes.
Oh my god, I was itching to pod
Bro,
this pod.
I can't lie. At first, I was like, shit, I got the night off. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I get on the game or something. But then I was like, nah, I feel like I ain't got shit to do. Like, I really feel like podding. This is the fucking pod day.
Yeah.
But we had to take the week off, man. It was weird. Yeah, I for sure. I had a dream about podding. I had a dream that we were basically podding for like 15. It's because it happened. For like 15 minutes of podding. And then, like, we took a break or something. Then I realized, and it was really good 15 minutes. Then I realized all the fucking audio was off. But I found a new strategy out of that. Because in that dream, what I said, I was like, I'm going to just not tell him. And then when I go to edit it, I'm going to just tell him, like, the audio fucked up for the first 15 minutes. But it just take no blame. I would do. It would have worked, huh? It would have worked.
Probably would have.
It would have worked. I would have just acted hella chill. I was literally like, oh, fuck. But for some reason, I already knew. I'm not telling these niggas. Like, I'm not gonna tell them that I fucked up. Like, because it was too good of a 15. But you know, I woke up.
It really was.
I woke up and I felt much better about things. But either way, man, let's roll right into this fucking episode, man. Episode 4, we rolling. Appreciate y'all for tapping in.
Yes,
Appreciate
sir.
y'all for being back. Appreciate all the love we've been getting, man. That made me really antsy to drop too. I feel like the clips have been hella fire. I can't even lie. Them shits is funny. Them shits is funny. So with our little week off, I'm glad it gave people time to kind of watch the clips. But yeah, appreciate everyone who's tapping in. Appreciate y'all for coming back. It is the 4th round of this thing, man. So, just appreciate everybody.
You ready for this?
Yeah, y'all ready?
You already?
Tune
ready,
in,
JL?
Come back
Tune
with a
in.
bang. Come back with a bang. We got them topics on lock. We ready
Yes,
to
sir.
go. Shit, did I leave anything off?
Yo, dude, I just got my COVID test results, and I'm
How'd you do?
positive that I got a negative. 100%. We are
to know.
good. I thought I was going to have to wear a mask,
The
but
wordplay, man. Oh,
Exactly.
shit. See, we ready to pod. I told y'all. Oh, and I didn't tell y'all beforehand. I'm going to tell y'all now. I'm podding today. I decided I'm ready to pod today. We podding.
Kick it off. What you talking
Nah, fuck that. You kick it off. Don't
dude,
kick
you should just start rapping.
Sorry, yeah. I'll kick a little freestyle. Y'all want me to? Or we can chill. Fuck it.
I thought you was here to pod, you know? You was just going to do acapella.
I said pod, not freestyle. Anyways, back to the fucking intro, man. I got my gang with me, man. I'm going to start out with Dale. Dale, what's the deal? You in the cup?
Yeah, I be chilling.
Little chain on, looking okay.
Just be chilling. You know how I be.
Fresh fit. Okay. My dogs. Who we going with?
Oh.
Sakini Comedy in the building.
Yes,
What's
sir.
up, y'all? What's up?
If you ain't heard of him, don't lie, you heard of him. Kai Creations in the building. He creates what y'all create in a year and a week. It's like that.
Not
It's
at all.
like that.
Very
We need the air.
Don't even know why y'all laugh, because it's really like that. Oh, Young Rich in the cut. We
Big
got the
dog.
Whoa.
Richie Rich.
We got the
Rich
assistant. We got Young Mel's assistant
Got a
in the
chair.
cut. We got the assistant in the building. No, I'm
Melly
just
Mel
playing.
got fired.
Yeah, Melly Mel we had to cut ties with him until next week's episode, and he'll be back on the roster. But until then, you know, Rich is in the seat, man. How y'all been though? It's been a minute. We didn't cover a lot of things, man, and the streets was craving it, man. I told y'all I'm potting, man, and I'm here, baby.
The streets of
Yeah,
Studio
the
City.
streets. The streets was telling me, man.
Honestly, thinking about the streets, it was funny. We met this dude. His name is Red Benson. Shout out Red Benson and the Red Benson
Red
Foundation.
Benson.
Where was
man.
we at? In,
We were near the Americana, right next to the In-N-Out Burger, and nah, we didn't get any.
He said he was there for like 10 years. Met this random dude. He was a white dude, and he was playing the guitar. And if you look at him, it seemed like it was complete like opposites. Like I'm black, young. He's old, white, playing like, you know what I'm saying, country music. But I just walk up to him, look at him, I'm just like, hi. And he's like, hey. And I'm looking at him, and he stops playing, and now he's just looking at me, and I'm just looking at him, and I'm looking at Binky, so I'm like,
and I'm standing right next to them, looking at each other.
And I'm just like, yo, all right, I'm faded, but I'm just looking at him, I'm like, okay. I was like, so like the Red Benson Foundation, I'm like, you're Red Benson? He's like, yep. And I'm like, okay. And I didn't want to make assumptions. I wanted to fuck with him. I was like, hey, you play hip hop music? But like, but I didn't know. I was like, hey, do you play country music? Like, and he was like, well, you know, a little bit of folk, and it goes back, and that's part of that, and that's part of that. And I was like, oh, yeah, like, what kind of artists are in that genre? And we just started kicking conversation. But it was funny because before that, we were talking about like in conversation and like human conversation, like when you connect with people, like when you're in a certain space with another consciousness, like there's a field, and that field, you know what I'm saying, there's something there.
Yeah, dating over COVID is hella difficult right now. Yeah, it's different.
You said what?
I said dating over COVID is hella different, man. The way you be meeting people, man, is different, man. It's hardest on the street.
Well, he didn't have a mask on. That was
motherfucker.
Well, he was making money like playing the instrument. Yeah. And you know the crazy part is that the first thing you said after that conversation where I was standing next to you for no reason for like 30 minutes, and then you were like, dude, I learned a lot. that was like, I just learned so much right now.
Yeah, man, he was talking about how he stayed there for like 10 years and like everybody knows him, and like, you know, I don't want to be telling the story all that, but
why'd you listen to it?
No, because
you didn't want to tell the story. If you
I don't know. But
stories are meant to be told.
Do people know?
No.
Bro, y'all.
He got Instagram.
Not just for like I'm snitching. But no, it was cool though, because just hearing his story about like what he did in his art, you know, like he was really dedicated to what he was doing, like out there every single night playing guitar, like singing his songs that he made, and I kind of related it to like what we're doing, you know, like to adopt that same mentality to kind of just push for it no matter what. Like I'll sit outside every single day doing what I love to do, you know, regardless of what else is going on, and just kind of seeing him. You know, he was in a happy state, and it was funny. He was like, "Yeah, like a lot of people don't really stop by and talk. Like this is different.
That shit is."
So it kind of like psyched him out a little bit, and I was like, "All right, you know, have a good day." He's like, "You know, have a good one." And he started playing again, but it was a really cool interaction. So
yeah, that's pretty fire.
Try to connect and like get on the same wavelength. Because at first he kind of threw out like, what he said. He was like, he said something, but like, so it was something about race a little bit. Because he didn't know how to proceed, so he's looking at me.
He's like, "Oh, do you make music?"
And he was like,
that was his like clarifying question.
I was just like a little bit. He was like, he said something.
Did you play sports? No,
he said something about MLK though. I don't know how.
I would have voted for Obama a third time. That's what he probably said.
I don't know how, but the conversation came to MLK, and I was just looking at him like, all right, I don't know. But then we just kept talking, and then we balanced out, and then we connected, and then we started having a conversation, and it was like, okay, cool, and then we bounced out.
You know the worst part? He didn't even play for us.
Yeah, it would have been.
I was like, what? You gave him conversation. He's like, all right, man. It was good talking to you.
No, it was worth the conversation.
But we didn't even get to hear his music. And you know what Tori did? Instead of walking, we did go to In-N-Out. My bad. But exactly, I was starving, man. Guess whose choice it was? This guy's. But
you got your little grilled cheese?
Nah.
What'd you get? Oh, you got animal style fries, huh?
I didn't even order.
He got a water cup.
This nigga gonna have you down fucking buying food and shit. He got the water cup.
Yeah, let's go In-N-Out. He wanted to go to fucking In-N-Out.
Yeah, I got so fat.
Got you.
But
7 spreads and shit.
Exactly. That's the only way to do it. I don't gain no weight, man. I'm trying to gain some weight. But okay, so he was right in front of the In-N-Out, and to get back to our car would have been to go back and walk in front of him. I was like, are we just going to walk in front of him and not give him money? And then Tori's like, nah. So we walked all the way around.
I knew it. I'm like, nigga, like, you walk around.
All right, to be honest, Tori gave him conversation.
Yeah,
all right?
give that nigga a fist bump on the way back. I ain't got no bread for you the second time.
Nah, I don't know. For some reason in my head, just because of like, I said continuity. Just because I just think like A, B, C. So okay, I walked here, met you here, already said goodbye. I don't want to be like that again. I don't want. I just rather just walk around and then we had that moment type shit. So I left it at that, and that was like that moment.
And then we found, well, I guess also like if you could find like the positive and everything, it's like when we did walk around, we did find a pretty dope spot like under
That's what I was telling
the
you.
freeway.
Yeah,
it was cool.
It's
like
Gotham City type shit. Like,
yeah,
throw some, you know what I'm saying, effects on it.
It was definitely worth the walk because that was definitely dope ass. I don't even like explain it. It looked like a fire.
It's by the Americana?
Yeah.
Oh, so
but it's like underground some
Glendale shit.
Yeah.
That's bro, for like the first 5 minutes, by the way, remember I said the sound was, bro, I had the volume in this bitch so loud, y'all were fucking in my ear the whole fuck. That's why I was like, no, it wasn't y'all. I was like, why does this shit sound different? Bro, my fucking ears are, every time I talk, I'm like, bro, I fucking hear myself hurting my own ears.
We should have been falsettoing, you know? Is that even a word?
Falsettoing. I'm a musician.
I can add ing.
You right. You can. You right. So how y'all been, bro? In this layoff, I see y'all been on your Americana shit. What you been up to during this? It's like a 2-week layoff. We had the Super Bowl happen. We had some different shit happen. What you been on?
I just been chilling. I actually started a Boondocks rewatch. You know,
the Boondocks.
One thing about the Boondocks is that watching it as an adult is a lot different than watching it as a kid. Because so many things just go over your head. Like as a kid, just like, yeah, I know it's supposed to be semi like a socially conscious show, but for me, I was watching it for the jokes. But now I'm like more aware and conscious. I watch them, I was like, wow, that's like a great analogy to making, or a great like reflection to trying to show in society of issues with black people and stuff like that. So
I feel you on that.
It's really a good show to rewatch like after a couple of years.
I've never seen it.
I feel like COVID has brought a lot of like rewatches back. Like you just be watching different shit. I feel like the shit has just changed in terms of like we're so much like willing to like, let's go back and watch different like just new shit like that, new shit that's out. I feel like a lot of shit is different though. Like bro, like my mom yesterday was like, she was talking about like, did you hear about the shit that went viral? And she didn't say shit, but like, I just never thought my mom would be telling me about shit that went viral, and then I'm hearing about it from her. Like, oh, what happened? Then I hear about it from y'all. Like, it's different. I feel like
she beat you to it.
Yeah, basically. No, it just be like different news. I don't know. This had nothing to do with what I was talking about at first, but shit is just different. Like even the fucking sports commentators, they be talking about memes and that bitch. They be talking about TikTok dances.
Well, they ain't got nothing to talk about.
Well, that's what I'm saying. But like before, they were not tapped in with stuff like that. Like now, oh, doesn't she look like that girl in the meme? And like they know all the dance. Well, not even that. Everyone just knows now. Like the same way my mom knows what's trending. People just know about TikTok now. Like the older folks like that used to know nothing about what the kids is doing. Now I feel like everyone is like more intertwined. Like everyone's on social media. Everyone's under like adults that were only using technology for like work. They all had to like change shit up. Now they're using technology to meet people, to link up, like different shit like that. I don't know, bro. It's pretty interesting, but it has made sports commentary. It just makes sports commentaries better. I don't know. I literally just random.
Because they're like they're like happy to do their job because they are working, and I feel like that's like one of the things. They're like, oh, the people need this, so they're like, all right, we could talk about like they go ham now.
I think they just know more shit too though, cause like bro, them old dudes was not looking at IG like that, but now they know like every fucking meme, every GIF. Anyways, bro, it was a random ass thought. So what other shit happened? So we had the Super Bowl happen. We'll get to that. We had the Bezos shit, Elon Musk. Where y'all want to start? We want to talk Super Bowl?
Yeah.
Let's get it over with, I guess.
Get it
You gotta talk about this man, Tom Brady.
And did anyone make predictions last pod? Did anyone predict some shit that we could say they was wrong about? Who do you thought was gonna win?
I thought the Chiefs were gonna win.
Everyone get on Dale.
But the way they lost, I predicted. Like I knew the offensive line would be an issue, but I thought Mahomes could overcome it. But them boys were hot garbage on the O-line. Like that was a terrible performance.
There was no overcoming that shit, bro. That's why I don't get why people are still like hating on Mahomes. Like the people that watch the game for the most part, I just don't understand how you watch that and you still hate on him. Like, fam, what the fuck was Tom Brady gonna do if you getting like you have to run for the fucking sideline as soon as you hike the ball? Like, because he had 3 linemen injured, so it's like, fam, I don't gotta be a football guy to just fucking see the game, bro. This nigga was hiking it and running straight. Did you watch?
I did watch.
Bro, the whole day before I was with this nigga hyping him up for the game. Like, bro, it's going to be a fucking showdown. The fucking mini GOAT versus the true GOAT or the old GOAT.
Win. Like,
bro, I was telling him for the long, like I swear I got him fired up enough to actually watch the game. And that shit was not it. But you saw the shit. He had to hike it and run straight for the sidelines. Like, it was.
Yeah, it was.
Even
terrible.
the ones he got off.
The wide receivers didn't even catch it. Yeah, it was crazy.
Even the players on the Bucks on the sideline were talking about how like amazing Mahomes was to even like make those plays, escape the pressure, make those throws.
And he's hurt too. Yeah. You could see him limping.
He's getting surgery off for his foot too.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, his foot's fucked up.
Damn, he played on that?
Yeah.
That's crazy, dude. What do you think they pumped him up with?
Was that the one he was saying? You were like, should he? I don't know. Should he play on this one? I'm like, nigga, he
It
has
is
to.
Yeah, he gotta go, bro.
He gotta play.
But I guess we should give Tom Brady, his flowers first before we
of
move
course.
on. I guess.
He did his shit though. All right, well, do you want to? Should we talk the Brady GOAT debate or what?
Hold on, before we get to Brady and GOAT, people, you guys gotta stop comparing Brady and LeBron. Like, that is one of the worst shit ever. Brady is 7-10 and LeBron is 4-10.
So
That's fucking crazy. And like, Brady would never be like, oh, GOATs recognize GOATs, because he knows he's the GOAT. And then LeBron, he'll put himself in the things. He's like, yeah, it's both of us. We doing our thing. It's like, Brady's like, nah, I don't think he recognizes it like that.
I didn't think about it like that, because low-key Bron, dude, but that's also how Bron is. He embraces everybody, but he is the one that's like, GOATs, yeah, like GOATs recognize GOATs. He the first to show love, but you never see Tom ain't just jumping out like, yeah, we both GOATs. Like, yeah. He's like, appreciate you, bro.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's the way to do it.
Yeah.
Oh, fucking.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, I feel like I saw a
weird.
post because it was Brady, and then it was LeBron's tweet. I forgot what the fuck he tweeted, and then in the comments, everybody's just like, what the fuck are they talking? Like, why is he like trying to put himself in there with him? It's two different things. But I get it, embracing.
I just
the
have
GOATs.
trouble comparing football players and basketball
That's what I'm
players.
saying.
Like,
Yeah, that's what I
it's
was
such a different sport. Like football, you're comparing a quarterback that's playing a single position
To a small forward
versus he plays small forward points. And I'm not saying that to boost him. It's just a different game. Like,
completely different.
You can't even compare the two, especially in the fact that like Tom Brady plays half the game. He only plays offense. And the fact that it's like 5 people on one team at the time compared to 11.
fam, exactly. I mean, look at Mahomes. He got a shitty ass line. It wasn't even no showdown. He getting chased down right off the rip. Like, it's just a different sport. Like, if Tom Brady had no fucking line for the last 20 years, shit wouldn't have worked out. Obviously, that wouldn't be the case if you want to get better. But like, shit wouldn't have worked out.
Yeah.
But shout out to Tom Brady though. People were saying that he wouldn't win without Bill Belichick. Then he went to the Bucks and won a Super Bowl his first year. That's GOAT shit. I'm not gonna lie. Fuck Tom Brady though, but he's good at what he does.
Okay, if you compare that to, like let's do the Brady and Jordan comparison in a sense, because like I know it's harder to like compare basketball and football, but you know how Tom Brady left a team and then he went and won a shit.
Yeah.
And when Jordan left the team and then he didn't even make playoffs. But you know that argument. What is so funny?
No, that's a perfect reason. That's perfect.
Yeah, but at the same time, like Jordan, it's okay. But if you talk about like the greatest athlete of all time, it's a little different because
It's definitely not Tom Brady.
Yeah, fuck it.
The greatest athlete is definitely probably one of those like combat sports people, or like maybe even like a track and field guy.
you think Floyd Mayweather.
He definitely has an argument. He's undefeated, like.
Bro, people that compete in Ironman are way more fit than Floyd Mayweather.
No, we're not talking about just like
Nah,
athleticism.
greatest
We're talking
athlete
about
that-
like
Oh, athlete. Okay,
Yeah.
all right. Pure.
I see.
Yeah. That's why I think basketball makes you. I feel like basketball players are crazy athletes because, well, at least like if you look at Jordan, like this dude was able to do everything. Like, I don't know. Jordan's interesting.
Football
Brady
team
can't
is
even
freaking
dunk.
good.
Tall for nothing, can't even dunk, I bet.
Is that my car?
6'4" for no reason, bro.
I ain't gonna put that in. Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, but to bounce off
I'll
your
figure
earlier
out.
point about comparing Brady to Jordan, it's not really a fair comparison because Jordan went to a really bad team and the Bucks were actually pretty stacked around Tom Brady. So it's like that the same. Also, Jordan took years off while Tom Brady was consistently still playing.
Yeah.
So like,
But also Jordan is undefeated in the finals, as opposed to Tom Brady is 7-10. Would you make an argument there?
doesn't mean Jordan just lost earlier. That's all it means.
But it's like going to the big stage and winning because it's the Super Bowl that he's 7-10 at, right?
I understand that, but like if you're losing in the conference championship, like that's not better than losing in the Super Bowl,
But when he won 3 straight when he did go to the championship, when he tasted the championship.
Yeah, he did.
And then he went and played another sport, came back, and then did another 3 more straight.
Yeah.
Eating?
No,
You hungry?
He said
Yeah.
tasted it.
You know-
Go ahead, keep going.
Like
That was his background noise. Go ahead.
he had
This dude is ad-libbing.
Some more.
he had a great stretch, but once again, like Jordan, as great as he is, he cannot win without having a good coach, good players around him. He wasn't winning anything until Scottie Pippen went to the scene. The year after he left, his team even went to the playoffs.
Yeah,
went
Scottie
pretty
was
deep
actually
as well.
better than Jordan in a lot of aspects.
We could argue that. Yeah. Why
No,
not?
all around.
I mean,
I knew you were going to twist it. I knew you were going to twist it.
Scotty's better than Jordan. This nigga Tom Brady, if you seen him fucking run, he's slow as shit. He can't even dunk a basketball. He's not that great of an athlete. Great thrower, not a great athlete.
I think he's a great leader.
Oh, fuck yeah.
You kidding me? You're
I'm just
leading.
trying to shit on somebody right
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
I came to pod. I told y'all this. I,
I mean,
forgot. I had to kick it back in gear.
we don't like Tom Brady on this side, okay?
Tom's slow as fuck. You ever seen him? I guarantee you. What's like a track thing? The 40 yard?
He do a 40-yard dash,
It was like-
6 seconds.
What was your 40? What was your 40?
Like 4 something.
4 something? His shit's probably 9 something. Guarantee, bro. Like tall for nothing, slow as shit.
Yeah.
Simple as that. Any more good takes?
Nope.
All right, that's what I was getting. Pretty fire take. Pretty fire take.
Fuck the NFL.
Fuck that. Yeah.
You got some problem with the NFL, Tory?
No.
Tory stands for cap.
Okay, I got a question about what do you guys think about Mark Cuban taking off the national anthem for
He
the
tried.
games? He tried. Are they not gonna let him?
Yeah, they put out a little like league email. But what do you think about that shit though?
So I haven't done that much research on it, but I did listen to a podcast about it. And from what I heard is that they actually been doing this for like a while now. And it just wasn't brought into light until recently. So my thing is that, so you weren't mad before because you never knew. So like, why are you mad now? That means you weren't even paying attention to the national anthem like that. If you had no idea.
Yeah.
That's my stance on it.
Yeah, I really don't even know what to make of it because the way it came across to me was basically like, Mark Cuban has announced he will no longer be, or no, he said even when that was what it was. Even when fans come in, because I guess you're right, they had already been not doing that. But he said even when fans come in, we won't be playing the national anthem. And then it was like starting to uproar. What do y'all think? I don't even know what to think of it. Like it's just.
I mean, the national anthem doesn't really belong at sporting events. Like, why is it there?
Fam, it's just, if you want me to stand, I'll stand.
Well, they started the national anthem because when they were having the war.
Yeah.
It was World War II.
No, I think.
Oh, it was prior to that. It was way prior to that.
You mean like when they wrote the national anthem itself, or like when they started putting it in sporting events?
I think when they started putting it into sporting events.
I think it was.
Oh, what the hell? Not when they wrote the national anthem. That's like 1700s, yo.
I don't know what you're trying to say, but I think they from my understanding, the national anthem being played at sporting events was kind of a recent thing in the past couple of decades, at least in football. Actually, what I heard, I think they started after 9/11 in the NFL. So that's why it's very politicized.
I see. After 9/11 makes a lot of sense.
I thought it was World War II. I feel like I saw a pod that said that.
Nah, I wasn't alive, so I can't say.
Anyways, man, what do y'all think about it? Honestly, though, I really don't know. Like, I just feel like it doesn't make that much of a difference if the song is played, if it's not. Like, I get both sides of people who are really, I don't know if patriotic is the word, and I don't think there's an issue with being patriotic. I wouldn't say that I'm not, but it's just some people, the song means a little more to them, especially if they serve and stuff like that. Yeah. So it's like, fam, if you want to play it, I don't. It's fine. It's a song before the game. Yeah. And I'm gonna stand if I need to stand. If it depending on who, it is what it is. I also respect people wanting to kneel too. If the players kneel, if I was a player, I might kneel too. It depends what the vibes is. But really, it's like, it just feels like splitting hairs. Like, fam, who is? If you're that mad on either side, I don't know. I just don't care. It's fucking the Star Spangled Banner plays before the games. Yeah. Then we want the game to start. And when I'm at the game, I'll stand up. All right, cool. It's game time. The game is started.
I feel like it's a good idea, honestly, because the national anthem is like the source of a lot of controversy nowadays in the sporting world. And if there be people who protest during the anthem and there's gonna be people who be upset about that, it's just best to not have it.
Okay, see, I see that perspective makes more sense.
Yeah.
That's why
I was
wasn't
thinking
getting
the same shit.
Like, fam,
like it brings more like harm and controversy than it does good. Like it's supposed to unite us, but instead it's like driving us apart. It's kind of like how like when you're a parent, obviously I don't have any kids, hopefully, if you're a parent and like you have kids and they can't like share something, so you just take it away. That's kind of what the Dallas Mavericks and Mark Cuban are doing.
Hey, that reminds me. It's almost like the Redskins who changed their shit to the Cleveland football team. It was like, if y'all mad, we're just gonna Washington football team.
Yeah.
Cleveland's still the Browns. I'm tripping.
Yeah.
Washington football team. Yeah. Okay. So actually, that makes more sense now about the about how they did the Star Spangled Banner and like holding off, because I really didn't get it before that. I'm just not the biggest deal to me, honestly.
Do you think PC culture would make more companies like into pushovers in a sense?
Wait, what is PC culture?
Like PC culture, everybody's so liberal and they're like talking about like everybody's like super sensitive. That type of culture,
What does PC stand for?
Politically correct.
Yeah.
Oh, I never knew.
Yeah.
Photo creds.
Damn, I totally forgot. Like I blanked out right when he asked me, so I was like, thank God when you guys said it.
Okay, so what was the question?
Does PC culture make more people into like pushovers, into just like, or does it make people more pander to whatever the issue is?
100%.
See, that's.
Do you think? But is that a good thing for the future? Do you see that? I personally don't.
There's obviously positives and negatives.
Mm-hmm.
Positives being that you're not offending people, taking out bigotry in the public light, but also the negatives is like a certain form of censorship and disingenuousness. Like if you're gonna speak like this on behalf of certain issues and you don't really believe that, like, don't tell it to me, because like I can't count on you to be an ally if you're just saying this shit at your ass because you feel obligated to.
Yeah, and that's kind of why I feel like kind of like iffy about even the Mark Cuban, because I know Mark Cuban, he's not the type to be like pandering, because he's the type where like he genuinely means it, like you can just see by his actions. But at the same time, I'm just looking at like, appreciate you, Mark, but like I'm not fucking jumping in this fight to be, no, it shouldn't be played, he's right to do that. I'm just like, all right, man, if you want to do it, you might take some flack, but it's really on you. I'm not super invested in that decision. Like, oh, fuck, that's okay.
It's just another day in the
It's
media.
like, we appreciate you, man. Appreciate you looking out, but every other arena is going to be playing the Star Spangled Banner anyway. It's not like a league-wide thing, so.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, appreciate you. Someone doing something. The football, I feel like football is the one that really should look into that shit. And what happened to Kaepernick? Because they was talking about, we're going to make sure we do right by him. Fuck out of here.
That was not going to happen.
That shit would not happen. That's why if it's about that, if I'm with Cap, I'm kneeling. But if we talking, I'm just at a basketball game, fam, I'll stand. If I'm in the crowd, like, yeah, I've got no problem. I'll stand for the song. Is what it is. We got what story are we going to tell? We tell the Bezos one?
Bezos
no, actually,
one?
this might lead us into a theory. I'm hoping that we get on this topic and you have a deeper meaning and a deeper theory.
Okay.
So Jeff Bezos recently stepped down. You could kind of tell him the rundown of it.
Well, Jeff Bezos recently stepped down, and there is two ways that it's like he could either be competing with Elon Musk in the race to Mars. And I forgot his company's name, but it's like Blue Ship or something. No, I'm getting it wrong. Somebody got to fact check me on that. Blue Chew. We ain't sponsored. But yeah, so it's like he could be doing that. Yeah. It could be him just like stepping down and wanting to invest more time into tech, or just going up into space, because Elon Musk is making it possible. And yeah, or another take, some people would say that he might be stepping down and maybe running for presidency. And I don't know, that one's kind of a reach. It's like, why would you be the richest man in the world, or second richest now, and go get the worst job possible after? Do you think he would actually be able to fix it? Like, do you actually think that he is egotistical enough to think that he could fix America?
Shit, you take a crack at it, fam. Like, we just had Trump in this bitch, so take a crack at it, Jeff Bezos. Like,
you
done
can't do a
something
worse
right.
job than that.
Shit, Jeff Bezos has never gone bankrupt and all that shit, so I wouldn't know his political views, but at this point, I don't know if we can be super picky on
that dude succeeded in life.
I want to see we need to just see something new.
What if he just throws money at all the problems?
His own money. Hey, he got the bread for it, man.
Yeah, to do it.
You want to know what I think? I think a scandal is coming from Amazon.
Oh, this is good.
Take it away, Tori. I know he got something cooking.
Okay.
Come on, fill us in, man.
All right.
Give us some numbers.
I don't know the number, But everything that's going on right now, like when I say everything,
He means everything.
everything.
Every single thing.
We here to pod. Episode 4, baby. Everything.
Episode 4, we
Everything.
podding today.
Yes, sir.
Y'all ain't
We
ready.
are
Y'all ain't
podding
ready.
today.
Now expand.
Everything.
Tie creation theories.
It's biblical.
Bible.
You knew he was gonna go there. You knew he was gonna go there.
It's biblical.
Biblical.
See,
Christ.
See, that just went over y'all heads.
Now,
Over y'all heads.
it's more than that.
Much more.
Much more than that.
Give us some more.
Because you got to understand that the Christian Bible that we have today, what is it, the first 5 or 10 chapters, is actually the Torah.
Slime him.
Y'all didn't know about that, huh?
All right. In the Torah, in the beginning of time, it is said that God speaks through language and numbers.
Oh. Keep going.
Wait,
keep
we
going.
made this
Keep
shit
going.
up. I thought you had a theory.
What is that
I'm
dude?
gonna bring it back on.
Jeff Bezos and
Jeff
Amazon.
Bezos. Okay, it's biblical, right?
All right.
What you got to
Yo,
understand
satisfy the
that-
anticipation,
so
all right?
Look, all right, so look, in the Torah though, there's numerology, pretty much. Like that's their letters are correlated with numbers, and that's like, they decode, like they do all that shit, right? But that's in the Bible. Like numerology is all throughout the Bible, so you got to understand that. And you also got to understand, I'm going scatterbrain. It's all gonna make sense one day. I'm still doing the research. I'm just getting it out, brain
Oh,
fart.
so this is real shit. Good.
Yeah, this is
good.
real
I
shit.
couldn't tell if you was
I'm not
bullshitting.
bullshitting.
Oh,
I'm not
He's
bullshitting.
freestyling.
This is real shit. I'm still doing research. I'm saying that it's not all perfect, but practice, right?
Yeah.
This
Yeah,
dude
yeah,
Tori
yeah.
about to disappear.
Alright.
The government to get the vans out.
Probably.
Take this dude.
I don't really care. I have nothing to hide. All right, so listen. All right, where would I go?
You were you said
It's
you said it's
biblical?
all biblical.
It's all biblical.
5 to 10 chapters
Torah.
from the Bible are also from
Yeah,
the Torah.
yeah.
See, I be listening.
Yeah, all right,
they be
cool.
thinking
We
I
got
zoned
ears.
out.
Right. So all the Christians now, people that only read the Bible, they're lost in the sauce. They got to read it for the symbology and what it really is, right? I'm going scatterbrain. Fuck it. Jesus didn't appear until after the Council of Nicaea. Okay, so you got to look that up and kind of understand like the idea of Jesus is coming from. I'm trying to remember.
God.
It relates to Horus, and it relates to like I forgot, it's another thing. All right, fuck that. I'll go on to another thing. Israel breaks down into Isis, Ra, and El. Isis
language?
is the moon. Yeah, this is all in Egyptology shit, right? And you also got to learn that. So El represents Saturn, Isis represents the moon, and then Ra represents the sun. Horus and Set, that was the story of the same thing as it's all in Greek mythology. Horus and Set, what was it? And Osiris. Osiris got his eye knocked out. Had a baby with.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Osiris had his eye knocked out.
Yo, and then he became the Cyclops.
That became the sun, right? The sun, which is relatable to Jesus, right? So that's why S-U-N and S-O-N, they're the same. If you read the Bible and understand how that relates, then they're talking about the actual sun. And it's like Jesus walked on water, the sun walks on water. Or the light that shines, that brings life to everything, where if you don't have light or heat, none of the plants or water, like nothing happens. So the sun is, people were worshiping the sun because the sun comes up and we have life, we have everything. When the sun's not there, then we have cold and we don't have food. You know what I'm saying? So like those are the parallels, right? Then you have people worshiping the moon. So like all this stuff is like different stuff that people worshiped, and they flipped everything around and started calling people by the wrong thing or calling people pagans. But that's just like, pagan is not the real definition of what they say the definition is, of just like.
What is pagan for the people?
Pagan just means like, it was pretty much used as a term as a derogatory term at one point, to just say that anybody that doesn't believe, it was like the people of the Gentiles, like if you believed in your own religion, you're pagan, but ours is not. So like, but we just flipped it.
Okay.
All right, so.
But same religion, right?
If
If you just flip the religion?
what you mean?
When you said that it's our religion, but it's not.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So.
God, I'm thinking. What you know about
What about
that?
Jeff Bezos?
Yeah.
Okay, so listen. All right. So listen. Jeff Bezos. There's a high group. So you ask like who's at the top of the chain. You really got to look into like Freemasonry. All right. You got to look into Freemasonry, Scottish Rite, all that shit, and the Jesuits.
The Jesuits.
The Jesuits. All right, these like all the billionaires and shit. They go to like Jesuit taught schools, shit like that.
Let me connect this to Jeff Bezos. Jesus crossed and walked on the Amazon River.
Oh, and on top of that, both they names.
Oh
J,
my God.
J.
Not the Bay, but Zeus.
We podding.
Jesus!
Pod 4, baby.
Yes. And Amazon is building like these big ass fucking like tower centers, right? But like this big one that they have, I think I read the code on that one last time, but the big one that they have, it looks like the Tower of Babel. Oh yeah, but literally all this shit is biblical. But to bring it into like relevance, what I'm saying is to like really pay attention to like what you're giving your energy to, because you may not know really what you're giving your energy to. Like everything you say and everything you think, and you have to take control of your speech and your mind. And you can practice and get really good at taking control of your speech and your mind. And there's certain ways to like tap into like I say, go within. You can really go within on some real shit and get out of the matrix. Like it really is a matrix if you look at it from a higher point. Like people that know what I'm talking about know what I'm talking about. Like I'm just saying shit, you know what I'm saying? Like getting out, but it'll pick up. It'll make sense at one point. It's coming together. So
You heard it here first.
Jeff, yeah, you heard it here first. And
Tower of Babel
explanation's coming later. But
Hey, go on the scandal. Oh wait. Oh no, you were gonna go on.
Nah, he was setting
He was
up
waiting.
T for the little
Damn.
scandal. I thought he really had a
just make up
scandal
a
in mind.
scandal.
But like, I just honestly think something big's about to happen in Amazon, because why else would he step down? You know, Amazon, especially during the pandemic, they're one of the most profitable companies like out there, and they make so much money during the pandemic.
bro,
And
I'm sorry. Why'd I do
Go
that?
ahead.
No, go ahead.
Not cut you off.
No, I wasn't saying
It's
shit
okay,
of
bro.
relevance anyways.
He
Bro.
was freestyle.
But have you noticed like how many like millionaires and CEOs like stepped down before Jeff Bezos?
Mhm.
Like before the pandemic even happened. Like that was something that a lot of people were doing, like just stepping down. Yeah, it's weird. Like they know they're getting ready for something. Like
Yeah, something
Like,
definitely big is about
Mars,
to happen.
bro.
America is Babylon.
No, they're getting ready for Mars, bro. Space race between
that's
Jeff
bullshit.
Bezos and Elon Musk.
That's some bullshit.
Racing. They're literally gonna be side by side, looking across at each other, one ship to one ship. Boom.
It's a distraction.
But yeah, well, okay, look, something's big is gonna happen. But I think the way that America, or like at least the elites are, they're very smart in that sense that they'll do things in incremental steps. Cause to make it normalized to the mass, you have to do it slowly. And they already know how to program. So that's like one of the things. Like for example, I know somebody now, they're like, okay, because they work in the LAUSD. So they have to get they work in the LAUSD. So they have to get vaccinated, mandated to their job, or they can't work. And you know, most people don't want the vaccination. And that's like freedom of no, that's not freedom of speech. I'm fucking retarded. But that's like, you're right. You could say no to these things.
I think the whole anti-vax thing is supported by like the freedom of religion. Some religions be against vaccinations. I think that's what they use. But I know like there was a while, especially when we were in school, that if you didn't want to get a shot, you weren't forced to.
Mm-hmm.
Is that not being implemented for COVID or something?
I think it will be. I like the only way I would take the vaccine, like I said on episode 1, was that if I can't go out. Oh, I never said that, but I can't go out to like certain things. Like for example, if I can't go do open mics, if I need a vaccine for open mics, I'll go take that shit.
Yeah.
I'm not, cause like that's something that I'm trying to chase. Or like even if I have to work, I don't know if I'd do it for the work right now. But if I was somebody who had a deep career in maybe like Google or some shit, and they're like, oh, for you to come back to work, you need the vaccine. All right, this is my career. Yes, I'm going to do that.
You know what trips me out about the vaccine is that I recently found this out, is that it doesn't stop you from transmitting it. So like, let's say I have the vaccine, like I could still take it, or I could still have COVID and pass it on to you. Mm-hmm. But it's supposed to protect me from having the not side effects, but the
from you getting attacked, right?
Yeah, from you getting affected by the
word I was
virus.
looking for though?
The symptoms. Side effects.
Symptoms. There you go. There you
Dude,
go.
you guys on it.
Yeah, but like that's what when I found that out too. It's like, then what's the point of me getting the vaccine if like the people around me are still not going to be safe? Because I don't plan on catching COVID. I've never had COVID. I've always been pretty cautious. But like, if I have to still be as cautious with the vaccine. It's like, is it really worth the potential risk that might come with it?
Yeah.
But then again, that's a potentially dangerous way of thinking. But whatever, that's not my problem.
But the vaccine or like getting tested kind of gives you some type of freedom, right? Like, okay, like if you go get tested, you have some freedom that, oh yeah, I can kick it with my family, and I've been kicking it with them, so it's like, it's no worry that I have it.
Yeah.
But the vaccine will give you that type of freedom to go. Because I ask a lot of people at my job, I'm like, yo, is this like your first time being out? I'm a server, by the way. So it's like I'm talking to people, and then I'll ask them, do you guys, like, is this your first time being out? And they're like, oh yeah, this is the first time since the shutdown. And then I'll ask them about, like, would you guys get vaccinated? And I'll get mixed reviews. Some people will be like, oh hell yeah, I need that so I can spend time with my family, and I want to be able to hug my mom and my dad. But then there are the people who are like, oh hell no, it came out way too damn quick. And it's just like, I don't really trust it. Like, how do you have fucking the cure to COVID when you don't even got the cure to herpes? Like, what the fuck is that? Like, you ain't got no, like, there's so much. The argument for that is like, they put hella funding into it, that, oh, all the money went into to find the research because it's such a catastrophe. But I don't think in a year, I don't know. I'm still mixed on it. I don't think I have a full stance on me getting the vaccine like that.
To those people, the people that do say that, like, why it doesn't make sense, the only thing I say is, like, you better be able to tell me exactly what their explanation is, what the backstory they're giving is. Whether it's true or not, it'll show whether or not, like, they actually did the research. Because, like, they have a story that they'll tell you of exactly, like, how it came about and how, like, it is a rapid pace, but what they did, you just got to look for it. And then whether you believe it or not, it's like, that's really up to you. Because, again, it's like, you're only getting it from the source. But, yeah, for those people and they're just like, nah, fuck that. It's like, at least you might want to at least do some research on it. But the thing is, so you were saying, like, for people that, they'll be like, oh, I want to go hug my parents and shit after I get it. But, like, that's the thing. You could still have it. So unless they have the vaccine, it really just matters. I feel like your parents got to have the vaccine. I mean, I know everyone should, in theory, but, like, that's what it really seems important. Like, old people, people at risk.
Yeah.
That's why they have the highest priority, and they can get the vaccine right now if they wanted to.
Yeah, because everyone else can still transmit it. But, I mean, I guess you yourself won't get it, and that does suck to, like, get that sick. Some people have gotten hella sick, and there's even, like, the rare cases where, like, healthy-ass people like us get hella sick and die. So it's, like, that shit is scary. But at the same time, like, just hearing that, I do kind of, like, start to think, like, well, shit, I really think the older people and people with the pre-diagnosed things really need to get it. But aside from that, it's like, well, shit, you can still be transferring it to the next person, so no one is really safe anyways.
Yeah.
That shit fucked me up, though. I really thought it was, like, no other ones, like, you can't pass it on.
Yeah, I thought the same thing. So like, I had to ask somebody.
So if you get the vaccine and it's in that 2-week period before you get the second shot?
No, you can actually get it then, but I'm saying, like, say you're double vac, you got both doses, you can still get it, but you won't have any symptoms, but you can still pass it on. Yeah, so it's literally like the best you're banking for is to be asymptomatic from what I've heard. And then I read some shit. I'm like, bro, what the
You can still carry on the virus. Like, I have it on me, but, like, I'm chilling. And I think, I had the vaccine. I'm chilling. And I hang out with Travis. And I can give it to Travis. So then not even knowing I have it.
See, that's why for the people that would have passed, it's what saved lives for the people who would have passed. So, like, because if you have it, you're good. It's just that you can still pass it on. So, like, when people say, like, I'm trying to get the vaccine so I can hug my mom, my mindset is like, well, if she doesn't have the vaccine, you might just be passing the shit that isn't going to affect you onto her that will affect. That's why. So it's like
those people, at least from the people that asked, they're like, we all want to get
exactly.
vaccinated.
The parents are getting vaccinated too. That's the only way it makes sense. But yeah, that shit's we see. Isn't that weird? I was thinking the same thing.
It's a weird dilemma.
Wait a minute, what? We keep hearing, like, new shit about, and then now they say there's a new strain out. So they're hoping. It's a new
strain, and this nigga.
Go ahead.
I'm just saying, man. Like, who elected Bill Gates to be the leader of fucking vaccinations? Like, literally, like, this man has killed people, like, in India and Africa, and we're just looking at him like, oh yeah, please tell us more about this vaccine that you warned us about and predicted 10, 20 years, and now he keeps saying like, oh, it's gonna be a second round, and people were looking at Fauci like he's an amazing person, and Fauci's just like, oh yeah, it's gonna be a dark winter, and Joe Biden's just saying the same thing. Like, what type of bullshit is that? Like, I don't agree with that. I just don't see that as leadership, and I don't think like I'm bringing it down. Like I'm talking high level. I'm bringing it back down. I don't see that as like good leadership for anybody, and just to be talking about like that. Now, I think there's a lot of progressive things happening with the human race. Like, a lot of us are getting way smarter, a lot more aware of what's going on in the world. And they're putting out a lot of shit now in front of our face on purpose for us to see it because of, like, cosmic law and shit. And you can't really, I don't know. But, yeah, they're just putting a lot of shit out. But you just got to pay attention and really look and see what the fuck they're talking about. Because, yeah, activate the right side of your mind, the spirit mind, and tap into that shit.
Well,
there's a lot going on.
What do you think like FDR had to say when he was like in the Great Depression? Like, you don't think he would say like a cold winter or certain things like that? You don't think that certain presidencies that there were tough times that they went through, they have to give some type of lines like that?
Yeah, and they do, but so like even that is hard for me to talk about it because I discredit it because it's like Freemasonry, bro. Like, everything that we know, like, when I say everything that we, like, it goes back to secret societies, bro. Like, I'm not joking. It sounds crazy. I know. I know.
No, that's fine.
I believe you.
I promise you. Like Rosicrucians, like, you look at the banks, you look at all roads lead back to Rome, like, with the Vatican, like, all the bro, they took all the stuff, went everywhere, rape, pillage, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, created wars for nothing. Like, it's always going to be a war between, the whites and the Arabs, you know what I'm saying? There's always going to be like the Jews versus the Muslims or
Muslims.
Jews versus Muslims,
right? So those are just like, that's been from like the beginning of time type shit. Mm-hmm. And those are just stories and storylines that are continued playing on, and like from that type of shit. Like, it all goes back to that. Like, it gets crazy. It gets really crazy.
You like a nerdy Zay Hill figure?
Yeah.
I was thinking we probably talk about the stock shit after, but do you know about the Zay Hill figure shit? Because that was a funny ass joke if you don't know. Yeah, should I tell? All right, I'm gonna tell you. So basically, I don't even know if we're gonna keep this shit in, but I'm gonna just tell you because it'll be funny. No. So all right, you know Zay Hill figure, right? Juju on the beat. My bad. I always be fucking shutting you off from the combo, bro.
That's all good. You don't remember that song?
How does Juju on the beat? Remember the dances and shit? Like the foot softball player was doing this shit. Oh yeah. Okay. So basically, he was cracking with the song. That was like a lot of years ago. It ain't what it is now. A lot of people have resorted to like OnlyFans and shit. So he was an OnlyFans guy. So like his Twitter had a lot of that shit on it. But then someone posted up, I guess it was old, but it just resurfaced, a video of him basically just sucking like straight sucking dick. Right?
Was he like in the closet or was he open?
Well, see, that's the thing. It came out and you would have thought like, ooh, this is bad. I mean, you're already just doing OnlyFans, so it's not like he was cracking on music. But either way, it was a different look for him. But then he full on embraced it. Now he's doing gay porn he's doing gay OnlyFans and straight OnlyFans. Like, he got a whole mix up.
Well, he's happy.
Well, you reminded me. That's why you reminded me.
Hey, honestly, bro, that's real disrespectful. So we might have to cut this because I can't like hit you like that. So bro, you know what I'm saying? But I really.
But nah.
I think it's the Tommy Bahama shirt, bro. I think that's that's
you know what's so funny? I was thinking. I was like, yeah, I like Tommy Bahamas, but if I got like a daishiki, I would be like, that's an African Tommy Bahama.
Yeah, that's a fact. But
and I was like, if somebody was like, oh, that's a nice daishiki, I'm like, nah, it's an African Tommy Bahama.
Bro, I low key shit. Zay Hill be wearing hella Tommy Bahama shirts
in the videos.
Literally, I heard about this shit. But the crazy part is, see, this why I circle the story back around. It was probably like 2019, 2018. No, when the fuck? Okay, it was like 2018 or something. And I had a couple songs out, right?
Okay.
And remember, I was a sales representative in my past life.
Right.
At Sprint, right? Mm-hmm. Dude comes in, make a long story short.
Long story.
He in the music, he in the entertainment, he know the niggas that be with. What's Lil Pump's label called? It's not 10K. It's the niggas that was around before 10. Either way, he knew them niggas. He started listening to all niggas he knew. Niggas like that, you get in contact with, start talking to him. at one point, months down the road, I've been dropping shit. I'm not trying to bother the dude, but you know, I've let him know. I mean, I drop some shit, or I just be liking his story, or whatever. It was a minute ago.
Yeah.
Then he calls me one day. He said, look, I got a joint for you, bruh. He's a producer too, by the way.
Okay.
Producer management. I got
Check
a
out my
joint for you,
beats.
bruh. You gonna love this one.
You gonna love it.
It got Zay Hilfiger on the verse.
Oh shit.
It got, I forgot what the R&B nigga's name was.
All right.
He's on the hook.
Okay.
It's a slam dunk, my boy. So he gave me the song.
Gave it to you.
Well, I got the song. The song came into my
So
possession.
it came into your possession.
I recorded on it,
Right. As you would.
but I never ended up putting it out.
Why?
Why?
Nick, wait, y'all want me with the shit out now? I would have fucking had a song with.
Well, now you did.
Why didn't you put it out in 2018?
I was looking like, yo, good thing I didn't ever put that shit out. I don't, honestly, the reason I didn't put it out is because I feel like you had heard it back then. I feel like
I did hear
like
it.
you did hear it, but at the time, like, as I kept like progressing and had like more shit coming, like I feel like everyone in the camp kind of agreed, like, good, because also he wasn't really doing nothing. I'll be checking the song, so I was thinking like, if his shit cracked back up, I'll have that ready to go.
Yeah.
Now it's not ready to go. Hey, I should have dropped it that week. Yeah. My bad. I was tripping. Hey man, stay tuned for this new single I got coming, man. I still got the file somewhere, but that shit was random. I don't know why I thought. You weren't actually giving Zay Hilfiger vibes, but I don't know why I thought. Oh, maybe because you do have some. You got the
twist.
fucking dreads. But I don't know why I just literally just thought shit.
But my crown coming in, yes sir.
No, because I heard about this shit this week. I had to figure out some way to fucking.
Tori gonna take out his hair?
Next pod, full on
Let's go.
afro.
Hey, how long you gonna grow your shit?
Nah.
Probably like 2 years.
Yeah, you should keep them shits growing. That shit'll be
I think I'm gonna
hard.
do 2 years, and then I'm gonna do something and just cut it off.
You ever dread your shit?
Me, I would love to dread my
Nah,
shit.
you scared people gonna get mad.
Nah, I don't appropriate culture. That's what I do.
See?
Nah.
Because you'll take it there, and then it's like, I guess you shouldn't. I guess you shouldn't.
Yeah.
Jeremy Lin had it. Jeremy Lin rocked
Actually,
the dreads.
Yeah, Jerry Lynn had some dreads, and I think people in the NBA had a problem with it.
A football player had a problem with Jeremy Lin's dreads, but he said, I like what he said back, because he was like, well, look, I got dreads, and you have letters in Asian writing on your arms. Like, you have tattoos with Asian writing, so I don't think either of us are appropriate. And I was like, all right, Jay Lynn. He was ready with that one, because he probably thought about the shit when he was getting his shit Brady. Like, what I'm going to say if someone give me smoke about this?
I bet if somebody responded, he would have been like, look at the back of your shirt. Where they say it's made.
China.
Take your shirt off.
Take your shirt off.
Second.
Give me that shit
Was that a little racist?
What?
Which part?
Not at all. Nah, I don't even know if Jeremy
Jeremy
lives
Chinese?
Chinese.
Wait,
I don't know. I thought about that. I thought
It
about
was
that.
too
I don't
easy.
fucking know.
He's from Taiwan.
No, okay, then we can't say that then. That's wrong. We can't say that.
PC culture.
No, it's gotta be correct.
Gotta
Wait,
be
but I
Ocean.
thought Taiwan used to be a part of China.
They're like,
But
they don't
used to
claim
be.
each other.
Yeah, they don't claim each other. They're
Yeah.
like, nah, y'all some
Yeah.
hoes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, that's fucking wild. Speaking of China, I'm gonna segue to stocks. I've heard the Chinese stocks are pretty
Bruh.
crazy. Have you heard of? Nah, seriously though, are you one of the people that say you can't trust Chinese stocks?
There are no. What do you mean Chinese stocks?
Well, like, sorry, Chinese companies because all right, there was a company. Nah, I'm not even getting into it because I forgot the name of the CEO of the company.
All right.
But in short, there was rumors out that he got kidnapped. Like they hadn't seen the CEO of what's the stock with BABA?
Alibaba?
Alibaba. See, I'll never say that shit right.
Oh, yeah. A lot of people made money off of
Jack Ma?
Alibaba.
Jack Ma.
Yeah.
See, so like there was a story about him a while ago
Failed.
because he had been gone for like 3 weeks, and no one had said. And they were like, "Yeah, we think the Chinese government
Wait, was it Jack?
He
I
was
don't think
in-
Jack Ma was missing.
like a month ago."
It was another dude. I don't know. I remember his name. It was another dude. But yeah, that was some bullshit.
Yeah. People always be going missing, man.
But really, my main thing was I actually had a question. Oh, you talking about people missing in fucking China?
Yeah.
That shit, dude. That shit is scary. That's one thing.
Oh, yeah,
like
that's true.
Motherfuckers be going missing in America,
there was
too.
a lot to complain about in the U.S. obviously, but like. Shit, bro. Niggas is not just disappearing and talking about, yeah, we think the government might have imprisoned him. Like, what the fuck? Like, someone would at least hear about it, but shit is different. But I actually had a question to
They're
ask.
doing that here too.
Exactly. That.
They're the
Yeah.
secret police.
But shit, but you won't hear about no fucking CEO getting, like, just got, like, Elon Musk disappeared for 3 weeks. Like, oh, yeah, they got him arrested. It was some, like, fraud shit. Like, I
Yeah,
don't know.
China, they don't. I feel like they won't get to ask questions. So, like, what happened to
he was speaking badly on the government. Like he makes statements like that. So like certain places you literally cannot. Huh?
So we're turning into that.
Where you can't critique the government. Shit, I feel it. Okay,
what makes you say that?
Okay, fuck it, go into it. Yeah, I'm curious.
Why I say that?
Yeah.
Because so pretty much people are getting like, okay, so let me restart. A recent story, this what was it, the UFC fighter or something like that? She was working on Disney Plus, Star Wars, Mandalorian or something like that, and she got fired just for posting a meme pretty much. And she was saying how in Nazi Germany, it wasn't the government that pretty much was, tearing people up and terrorizing people. It was all the propaganda that really got to the neighbors.
So the media?
From the media to where the neighbors now were going against, like, you couldn't even have a conversation with your neighbor. To where it's like, I'm against you because I believe this and you believe that. So now we work for the government because we all believe this one idea. And if you go against that, then you're wrong, you're racist, you're, sexist, you're homophobic, you're transphobic, like, you're canceled. Anything that goes against us, you're canceled. You know what I mean? Like, so now we've turned into that, and it's being pushed further and further, like the agenda of just silencing whatever doesn't fit the status quo of whatever is out,
Well, that kind of goes in hand with like the first step would kind of be like Trump getting banned, in that sense that it's taken away freedom of speech. And there's a lot more privacy laws now, and or not privacy laws, like you can't say certain things on apps, and if they're doing that, then if they're censoring everything, then that kind of would keep us in our own bubble. Like most things, would it go out if it's all censored? Like would the world be able to see it? Like stuff like that. I don't know. That's an interesting take.
Yeah, I'm thinking about what you're saying in terms of the censorship, because I've always been the first to like roast when people say, or if you say like it goes against the First Amendment. The only reason, because technically it doesn't, because you're on someone else's platform and they get to determine the rules and you sign up when you choose. But on a broader scale, it is. I mean, the censorship, like, you are very much in control of like narratives, or in control of what people are able to voice. I know, like, technically by guidelines, it's not supposed to be specific stuff that are going to be like damning to people or get people hurt. But I guess it is kind of an interesting thought about like all the shit that they do censor, and like just the shit that they really are in control of what's being put out there.
The censorship and the propaganda being added, because it is propaganda being added.
But do you feel like part of the censorship is taking down things that they see as propaganda?
Ooh,
I'm potting.
No.
Potting. No,
why would they take down propaganda?
Like when Trump had posted stuff that they said they listed as propaganda, they took it off for that reason, because it's inciting violence off things that aren't true.
Like, what if we're talking shit about the government? Would they start doing that if they start digging in too deep? Like, what if Joe Rogan starts digging in too deep into the government?
He
avoids that. Yeah, for sure.
He was like, stop it.
They had to change. He had to change his ways. Now he's like, oh, do you have the facts? Because he always gets slandered in the media. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Look, honestly, all of it is propaganda.
Hell yeah.
Like,
speak on it.
What's the agenda they're pushing?
Yeah.
What's the agenda they're pushing?
Mm-hmm.
Why do you say all of it's propaganda as well?
Because if it's coming from the media, it's propaganda. We get media from 6 companies?
When you say media, are you talking about media like TV type media, or are we still talking about like social media?
Who owns the media?
The media, the movies, the music, any entertainment, like anything you could possibly think of, it's all propaganda that lulls you to sleep to where you don't really notice what's going on. I'm reading a book right now. It says tension is the enemy to ritual. Think about that. Tension is the enemy to ritual. So you gotta, I don't know, I just related to like the Super Bowl performance. I haven't seen it, but like in that moment you're relaxed, or like a show or something like that, right? We can put anything in front of you while you're relaxed, in a relaxed state. Think about TV. Mm-hmm. Have you heard of the Truman Show?
Yeah.
Some shit like that, like. That's some real shit. But like, let's say you're looking at like a movie or something like that. You're not noticing the subliminals. You know what I'm saying? Because there is languages and there's symbols. Like certain symbols relate to our subconscious in a different way than our regular conscious. So if you're not like privy to that, you can get tricked for real. Because the mind doesn't know how to discern truth from falsehood. Like, without it takes practice and it takes training to do it. But without it, you're just lost in the sauce. And then around that, you create ideologies and positionalities to where now you you're held onto a certain idea that you haven't worked through your mind, or you believe is true because you told yourself you believe it's true, but that may not be reality in the outer space of what everything really is. So like, it's propaganda.
So like, no, go ahead.
No, I was just laughing.
Yeah, I hear you. It's propaganda. I could see a lot of things being I don't know if you could say everything is propaganda.
I see what he means though.
Yeah,
it's like
you don't know the truth.
No, everything they release, they want us to know.
So is nothing true though? Because something has to be true, right? So what is true? If everything is false, what's the real reality we're living in? And where do we find these answers?
I feel like we create our own reality. So since the internet's so gigantic, we are able to pick and choose from the things that we want to believe in.
So then all the things that you're picking and choosing from, are they all propaganda because everything's propaganda?
No, because the things that are propaganda are the ones that are in the mainstream.
The things. Okay, so are we saying, because
We're
we gotta
talking-
isolate, because if we're just saying everything is propaganda, it doesn't make sense, because I could post something on a blog and that's media and it's not propaganda if what I'm saying is true. So I'm saying like, what are we getting into that's propaganda? Like what's a sector of propaganda? So if you said like certain things are propaganda, so you're saying the mainstream says a lot of propaganda, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like the news.
I was
could make
adding on
sense.
to the reality aspect that you're talking about, what reality we live in. I think it's the one that we choose to live in. And you know, if you choose to believe in the mainstream, and there's a lot of people who do that, like watch the news and just watch whatever just pops up, that's the propaganda that I see. But the reality that we create is the ones that we pick from. That was redundant.
This shit made me feel like I gotta look up Okay, propaganda. Information, especially of a biased or misleading nature, used to promote or publicize a particular political cause or point of view. I could see that for a lot of like mainstream, especially depending on what fucking news channel you watch on. Because you see some shit on Fox, that's a different fucking thing than the shit you're gonna see on like CNN
And they're
or
both
some different
propaganda.
shit.
It goes beyond the news stations though. Like if you watch a TV show, and then let's say every African American person seeing this TV show is portrayed in a negative light, you're gonna start seeing African Americans in a negative light. It goes beyond the news. It just goes any form of media, like from TV shows to music, like some songs that like promote negative themes and promote biases and stereotypes. Like propaganda could go through all forms of media, and like we may see it as, oh, they're not pushing an agenda. This is not like the news. This is just like a TV show. Like no, everything they put out intentionally.
It has a message to it.
And that's why I agree with you. I think it's exactly as you said it is right. There's propaganda in every form of media, but I don't know if it's logical to make it all propaganda, because some stuff is just true. Like there was a huge ass pile up in Texas. If the news reports that there's 7 people dead, there was like 100 cars piled up, it's not propaganda to me. It's Texas. That's some Texas shit.
Some shit happened.
Yeah. You'd still say some shit happened?
But that I don't know. I think for that one, people probably
did y'all hear about that though?
Yeah, I heard about it.
Hella sad. That shit is so fucking sad.
I don't know. I don't think that's like, I can't say that's contrived or planned or anything like that. But yeah, no condolences. But
that shit is fucked up, bro.
Crazy.
How many people died?
Crazy.
Six people died. I think the number was like 97 or something like that of cars in the wreckage. Like if you see it, there's like 2 or 3 of those big ass, like, I don't know what they call it, cargo trucks, some long ones.
Yeah, I saw
Bro,
the picture.
The thing that's really fucked up about that is because like obviously all accidents are like hella scary, hella sad, like it's just fucked up. But like even the fact of 100 cars, like you can't avoid that if you one of them 100 cars. Like you just fucked. You're in the wrong place at the wrong time. There's literally like nothing you can do. And like the majority of these people, there's no way there's shit they could do different except for fucking leave earlier or leave later. Like you just wrong place at the wrong time. That shit was hella sad.
Yeah.
Well,
insurance stock about to go up, bro. Insurance stock about to go up.
Yeah, shit. I guess you're right. So, back to since we're back on stocks, because I never got to my question. Why do y'all think stocks are not taught in school?
Because they don't want everybody to be in the stock market.
Oh,
as evidenced by the meme stocks, like how Robinhood stopped people from trading GameStop, stopped people from trading AMC, stopped people from trading Dogecoin, stopped people from trading crypto in general, is because the stock market was not made for the common man to be part of. It's a rich man's game, it's an elitist game, and apps like Robinhood gave people access to things that we normally wouldn't have access to. Like without these brokerage apps, would the average person be able to trade from their phone, buying fractional shares, trading the little money they have? No. So now when people are starting to make money off the system that was made against them, watch them change all the rules. They stop you from trading. They start artificially like making the stocks plummet again. Like they were all cool with the rules until we started playing by the rules and winning, and they changed it up on us. Like the stocks was never made for us. It was never made for people like us. It was made for the elite to stay elite. Because they say, oh, this is unethical because you're manipulating the market. But what do all these hedge funds do? They're the ones who owns most of these stocks. They're the ones
and get
who
caught for it all the time.
Exactly. Like we're just doing what they're doing, but like legally. And since we have all this power because we're the majority of the nation, they saw that as a threat and they had to put a stop to it. That's what happened.
And the crazy part is,
and it cost me money, so I'm pissed.
And the crazy part is that they'll do it like the thing that we did. We have to do it on some type on the internet where everybody can see it. Yeah. And where they do it, it's hidden. It's completely hidden. It's right. Like nobody puts that in the media. Mm-hmm. You know? Yeah. It's just trash. It's like, oh man, go. You was about to say.
No, I was just going back to stocks not taught in school. I feel like you kind of killed that, to be honest. That was a lot of the shit that I was because shit. I mean, you said you pretty much killed it. I feel like especially the fact that it's not taught in college is it's like when you look at the structure of money in the country, it's actually not that much of a surprise. Like if you think about what the majority of college students, like what they're really trying to push you into is to go get a job. Like, and if you look at so you go get a job to work for a boss, to then eventually the CEO, then you got the shareholders or stockholders. You're not being taught to be one of the shareholders. You're not being taught to be the CEO most of the time. And obviously certain fields, like if you have a specific, like you're a scientist, doctor, or it's specified for a specific job, but really, if you start teaching kids about stocks in school, you have a whole class like you dedicated to learning about the stock market. Fam, you're literally learning how to make money. So if I'm sitting there like, wait, so I'm paying 20 grand this semester, 20 grand next semester, and I'm literally learning how to invest my money, but I'm literally not investing. I'm literally taking out loans, so I'm gonna be fucking $80,000 in debt once I get out of school. Niggas would be like, you have a lot more I really think you'd have a lot more dropouts because people start figuring out like, wait, so I can make my own money. This isn't a degree-oriented thing. I could literally study what I'm doing and apply the same shit I'm doing to all these classes and paying ridiculous amounts of money. I might just do this. And I'm not saying it's for everybody, but a lot of people that get into stocks later or that just have an interest in it, it would make a lot of sense if you were trying to help kids to put that in front of them. The same way like in high school is how you don't get taught about how to file your taxes. You don't get taught about the fucking tax return. You don't get taught about how to save money, how to manage money. You don't get taught how to invest. Like, it's not an accident, the things that don't get taught. And people talk about issues in the system, stuff like that. But it's like, I don't really see it as an issue if the system is designed to be that way. Like, it seems like it's working properly. Like, it makes sense why all this shit is lined up like that. But yeah, I don't know. I was kind of curious about the stocks not taught in school. I'm just surprised that no one really talks about that. But it makes sense because, like, the people that would have the platform to talk about shit like that, like the people would want to hear about stocks from, they're not telling niggas that because they went in off that shit too. They went in, they're like, I need more workers. Y'all keep going. No, go to school. We will then come to our fucking hiring seminar and shit like that.
Yeah, because you need somebody to fill the company. You know what I'm saying? To do the fucking paperwork.
It's crazy if you think about like if the free market was actually free, as they tell us, the power the American people would have over it. Like, if we all could just trade at will, we could literally control the markets. If we all band together like we did for GameStop and just said, we're going to inflate this stock, we could all become rich off it.
Hey, and then the opposite, though. If everyone did that, then there's no workers. So then you got nobody even at fucking... Well, I was going to say McDonald's, but that's not... Because McDonald's, you don't need a fucking degree for. You could have just popped up. But somewhere that does require a degree... No, I forgot. What was my point?
You were saying that there wouldn't be any workers?
Oh, yeah, exactly, yeah. So all them people, like all them big corporations that people trade in the stock market, they do need workers. See, that's why it's like, I get how the system is set up. And they trying to keep people working job. They need people in middle. Basically, a lot of these things we're talking about are middle class type of things. And you've kind of educated me on how... about basically how the middle class has been affected and how the rich have gotten richer and the middle class is... Why don't you explain more? Because you're smarter.
No, I wouldn't say I'm smarter.
Fuck no, I was playing. We podding today, baby. I got the cap. Are we capping today?
Yeah. Nah, but it's funny. They said I think there was like 56 new numerology, but 56 new billionaires or something like that. But I was pretty much saying that I see myself like when I see somebody on the street and I'm homeless and or not I'm homeless, they're homeless and I'm driving past them, like I don't see them as any different. Like even though I have a job, like I have a car, you know what I mean? Like I have you would say amenities that you, but in terms of like capital and in terms of like wealth distribution, it's really bad right now. Like it is really bad. Like the hyper rich, like when they decide to change the system, the money system, and do whatever they want to, it's gonna be really bad. Like nobody really knows what they're gonna do. Everybody thinks, oh, it's gonna be crypto or oh, it's gonna be Bitcoin. But like honestly, after doing research and looking at it, I think it's bullshit. I think crypto is a setup to take a lot of people's money, and it's gonna happen. Like they're gonna snatch a lot of people's money with that shit. Like they're gonna say the grid's down or something. All that shit's gone, and we don't know what to do. China and Europe have been buying gold for the past like 10 years. Like just gold. All these foreign banks stacked up on what? Gold.
They got dummy chains on.
Gold. They got gold. I'm talking
Iced
like
out.
bricks of gold. Everybody's talking about the digital gold and all that shit. I think that crypto shit was really a setup because if you lose your Bitcoin, that you can't sue nobody. The creator of it doesn't exist. You know what I mean? What the coder pretty much, like Bitcoin is just like open source code. Like and now you have the government trying to regulate it. So it's like once, it's
Well, you kind of getting onto a good one in terms of you were talking about how like you don't really know what's gonna happen in certain cases. Because you heard about the dude who, well, first of all, a lot of people just took that fat L on Robinhood, but there was the guy who actually
Alex Kearns.
Yeah, exactly. Committed suicide, basically.
Yeah.
No, you got it. But it was basically up a bunch on Robinhood, and then he got fucked over. You can read the actual story.
Yeah, so Alex Kearns, his parents are suing Robinhood because he ended up committing suicide because when he checked his Robinhood account, he was down $730,000 in debt, and he was so confused. And one of the statements he wrote he was like, on a suicide note, he wrote, "How is a 20-year-old with no income able to get assigned almost $1 million without $1 million worth of leverage? There was no intention to be assigned this much and take this much risk, and I only thought I was risking the money I actually owned." And the sad part is that after he committed suicide, once he found out that he was in debt, he emailed Robinhood and they just gave him a generic email that didn't like do anything, and then he ended up committing suicide. And afterwards, after he committed suicide, Robinhood sends him an email saying that, oh, you don't owe this massive amount of money.
That shit is so sad, bro. And he was 22. That's fucking crazy.
Prayers to him and his family.
That's low key really sad, and especially like the email, because when I first hear the 730,000, my mind's not to be insensitive. If anyone told me like, yo, I just got $730,000 in debt on Robinhood, how the fuck did you do? But in this case, it wasn't his fault. They emailed him saying it was on our end.
Yeah.
Had it not been, that's why my first thing was, how did you get $730,000 in debt? Unless you were just loading up hella money into Robinhood that you didn't have, because you could just load it straight in and then it takes 3 days to transfer, but you could just trade automatically, or you could trade off margin. And I'm thinking that's literally the only two ways that I know of you could literally run up way, way, way more than you actually invested and get down that low. Might be another way, but I don't know about. But really, that's what I was thinking. But in that case, it's just fucked up because it literally wasn't his fault at all. Like, it was nothing he did. It was literally on their end. That's crazy.
So like, okay,
That's a crazy. Oh,
so like, what should Robinhood have emailed him earlier?
So I guess their first email was like an automated type shit, like, oh, someone will be with you soon. And then he had passed, and then the next day they emailed him basically saying that they had made a mistake on their end. You don't owe $730,000.
But how do you blame Robinhood for that?
Yeah.
How do you blame Robinhood for that?
They're the ones who told him that he owed money. Didn't
That was the issue. I mean, it was their mistake.
But but their mistake from like, I don't know. I think that's like.
Do you think the parents could win in the
you're
suit?
talking about because of the suit.
Oh,
Okay,
100% they could win the suit.
That is a little weird because it's like, okay, you find out you're in debt, $730,000. Would you kill yourself instantly?
Well, here's
Like
Not
in that
instantly,
sense,
but I would
like
consider
in a
it.
couple of days, because that's a choice made by the human being himself.
Yeah.
But obviously, due to the circumstances of the numbers in the app that Robinhood created,
Yeah.
and it's that one's a really tough. That's a crazy dilemma to gauge because okay, what if he just waited another day?
No, what if they just didn't give the wrong information? Like,
but it could be a coding error or something.
But
Like, that's why it's just like you don't a bug or who knows like why.
And whose bug is it though?
But that's why you get sued. That's the thing. Like,
true.
And they call it even in because it's a civil suit, right? Not criminal.
Yeah.
In civil suits, so say like you get fired. Part of the thing you get compensated for, like say I got laid off I got fired for a bullshit reason. Say it was like a race discrimination. I get fired, right? Part of my financing or basically my winnings, assuming I win, would go into I forgot what the term. You should know, Mr. Lawyer, but I forgot what the term is. But so let's say that during that time, I went through severe depression after losing my job.
Emotional damages?
Yeah, emotional distress. There you go.
Okay,
so that's actually one of the things that they put in there is emotional distress. So honestly, I feel like no, they're gonna get hella sued because like if you have to pay for that toll and then it's on them to prove that it's like legitimate. But in this case,
we all know that's the reason why he killed himself. And like, even though they didn't intentionally do it. If you make a mistake that directly causes my son to kill themselves, that's on you,
bro. I just feel so fucking bad for that kid, man. Because
yeah.
like we a little. Terrible. That's crazy. Oh wow, damn. I felt old because I would say we all a little older than him.
But yeah, if I got that much debt at 20, bro, I don't even know how to react.
Yeah,
like I took it on Robinhood today, and I felt like the world was coming down.
Delete the app. And just
yeah, like I get that money in blood. You like get that money in blood.
Unlink my card. I cut that shit. Throw my phone in the river and just move to Wisconsin,
bro. It sounds like
I'll move to Iowa. Then not gonna expect no black people in Iowa, bro. Like he definitely ain't there. He's not gonna get checked. It's like he definitely in Iowa.
Yo, it sounds hella corny, but honestly, like. I wish the dude had someone he could have gone to because I was literally thinking like when I was saying like it's crazy because we were around that age like I was thinking like I know exactly like I know what I would do and I'd literally fucking go to my mom. That's the first thing I'm telling her not like oh that's but like when it's that bad, fam. I feel like that's the time you probably want to give your mom a call or something like, hey, mama. not that like not much you can help with fucking $700. No one's giving you a loan, but it's like. Someone to talk to, at least try to get your head right. Like I know it feels like a horrible spot, but man, I already know. I no soft shit aside, bro. I already know. Like I'm probably gonna be like, yeah, mom, I gotta tell you something. Yeah. Like I need to tell somebody about this shit. But
is there a high rate in suicides with stocks? Yeah, I feel like that would be normal.
In history, or just
because we're so attached to money.
I could see that. I could see it because some people like they lose everything because they bet everything. Like so, him aside. So when we talk about this shit, like let's just know him aside because him wasn't that situation. It was Robin Hood shit. But no, some people they call them YOLO plays. So like they literally just bet the house and like then they'll go on these chats and like brag about like I just pulled a YOLO play. But then at the same time you had niggas like yep did a YOLO play, lost 50,000, I'm in debt 20. Like it's some crazy shit and they just like casual. I'm like bruh. Couldn't be me.
Yeah. And now back to what you asked though. Like, people going crazy.
Of course.
People jumped out of buildings because like the company stock dropped that day, or like people have gone to like the stock floors with shotguns and like committed suicide on the floor. Like that's been an occurrence before. Like yeah, bro, people get real crazy over the stocks and. Yeah, man, that could be somebody's whole life tuition, and if you got like a bad gambling habit or something, like you said, like the YOLO play, like I don't know, man.
And that's crazy. I feel like that's also in a weird way. If I actually no, I don't know if that's in the media because I was gonna say like if that's a fucking culture in a sense because it's so many people that you hear about these same things, and what if that kid was just like he's just like oh this is what the next person does like his parents were there. You know, it's like that's the sad part that he, like what you stated, that he couldn't even talk to his parents about it, and I don't know. That's a really interesting one to gauge.
That's just fucked up.
But then, even if he did talk to his parents, he is still $700,000 in debt. Like at the end of the day, like the major life problem is still there.
Nah, your mom, bro. If you call your mom at that time and you hear her voice, or just like you just cry on the phone with her, and she hears you, and she's like, "What's wrong?" and you're just like still crying because you can't say it, and she's just still listening, like, "Just talk to me, like, what's wrong?" and you tell her what's wrong, and she just said, "It's okay." Like,
nah,
you know,
nah, I changed my mind. I wouldn't. Now I don't feel. I feel like I wouldn't go to my mom now because now I'm realizing like she's gonna go even crazier than me. Like, nah, never mind. I take that shit back.
She be like, what? Like,
My dad be like, I told you, like stocks is risky. You didn't want to listen to me. That's his
Never
first
mind.
response.
Nah, not gonna. I'll probably maybe
Nah,
I'll
your
call
mom,
y'all
I think
or
your
something.
mom would have, like, you have to, as a parent, like, I don't know, you would have to just try to come from someplace to understand.
There's
and, like,
no training for that.
No, but,
fucking
like,
crazy ass amount of money.
If your kid comes to you and be like, Dad, I am $700,000 in debt because I messed up in the stock market, what are you saying to them?
I don't know what
Get
to say.
the fuck out.
I'm going to the IRS. Like, look, I don't know how we gonna pay this, but we're not. Like, I don't know how this gonna work, but we're not. You're not repoing my house. You're not taking my car. My kid's still going to school. Bro, what? What's up? Like, I'm not paying you $700,000 fucking dollars.
I just hear him out. Listen.
Yeah.
All right.
I got you,
right.
G.
I'm just boom, put it out my mind right after that. I'm like, yeah, I know what I'm on. I know what I got. Some groceries, some errands to run.
I'm like, you better find.
It's literally coming through one ear. Just it didn't happen. I don't know what we're talking about right now. That did not. That's
like,
too much money. For
Like,
me to
delete
deal
the app, delete your email. You didn't see shit.
Where's
Reading
your
the fucking email.
Where's your mom at? Get her in. I gotta errand run.
What? Oh, shit.
And for the rest of your life, you just gonna like work for like a cash job. You're gonna be like you gonna move to Texas and be a raspado man.
Bro, I'm moving to Mexico, Jamaica, I don't know, Barbados or something, Spain. I'm going somewhere. I'm not paying you $700,000.
Are you gonna be like the first black guy to jump the border?
First?
No, I'm saying. I gotta like think about it. Like,
Who have you guys heard that was black that hopped the border? Maybe we don't hear a lot of people who do hop the border, but
I mean, there's a lot of Afro
You got any
Latinos.
friends?
yeah, I was about to say.
There's a lot of Afro Latinos out there, but they're not really talked about. as much.
out
Afro
there,
Latino.
out in Mexico.
Yeah. But we don't really. I mean, they have the hardest time crossing the border for like colorism reasons and stuff like that. But like, yeah, I'm sure there's somebody who did it.
Yeah,
Gotta be somebody.
some brave motherfucker.
Bro, we should go to Mexico.
You
I'm
ever
down.
Never.
No,
Rosarito?
He was telling me, he was like, yeah, bro, I've been to Mexico. Mexico is just like California, just with a bunch of Mexicans. And I was like,
So it's like
That
California.
sounds like
sounds-
the part of California I grew up in.
and I was just like, okay, all right, cool. He's like, yeah, bro, they got trees and shit. Like, it's cool in Mexico. Everything cheap. And I'm like, all right, yeah. But he was like, yeah, you gotta, I don't know. And somebody was telling me about like the alleys, like don't go in alleys in Mexico.
There's some
Or-
dangerous ass parts of
There's
Mexico.
parts
for
of
sure.
Mexico. And so I'm just like, I don't speak enough Spanish to go to Mexico. So like, I want to learn more Spanish. And I don't know. Maybe at that time I'll be.
I just want to
I'm trying
drink
learn
their
more
water.
French, bro. I love
listen to
French.
French music.
I love France.
Yeah, let's go to France.
Been there once, and then a lot of people from France fuck with the music wise. So literally, like I really be trying to like communicate back in French. I try my hardest not to use like, all right, for some, I go straight to like the translator and just fucking copy and paste whatever. But nah, for like for like my French listeners, nah, bro. But I'll be sounding dumb as shit too, because sometimes after I send it, I'm like, let me just spell check this real quick though. I want to make it real, even if the spelling's a little offish. I check it, bro. I said some different shit. Like I try to say like I play music. I said like I made a music. That was what the thing translated to.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what's around there like what?
I'm sure they appreciate the effort though.
Yeah, he knows.
Yeah, exactly. The majority appreciate the effort. Some are like, "What did you just say?"
Yeah.
And some people like you call them. I'll be writing like brother. He said, "What is a brother?" I was like, "Oh shit!" I gotta be careful. I'll change it to bro, which he used earlier. He said bro, so I was like, "Okay, I'll change it to bro. I'll dial it back a little bit, man."
Hey, shout out France. For people that like movies, the French movie La Haine, fire.
And shout out to Germany, man. I know y'all
Oh,
saw
yeah.
the listeners. I didn't even, bro. All right. Next pod, we
Guten
talking
Tag.
about way back down, right at the start of the pod. I
All
forgot to talk about the support that we've been getting. But aside, sorry, I forgot my point. Was we write about break time in a second.
Yeah.
We were talking about Germany.
Oh yeah, bro.
Shout out Germany.
Shout out to fucking Germany, man. If you in Germany watching this, man, we love y'all. I'm gonna get a song with a German artist very soon, man. Now that we see the Germany vibes is crack. Germany past France. France used to, aside from the U.S., France used to be like the spot, but now I don't know how to. It's Frankfurt in Maine. That's my city right there.
Hey, Frankfurt and Maine.
Shout out to Frankfurt and Maine.
Low key, I'm like from there now. Like y'all gotta put
we gotta
respect.
go do a show.
Y'all gotta put respect on my name. We
He
from
good in that
Frankfurt
hood.
Let me see your passport.
I ain't got it on me. You know I usually do though.
Okay.
Yo, that's
I lost
so
my
funny.
ID quite a while ago. It's pretty fucked up. Hey, when you gonna get your new ID?
Oh, we should do that, man. Because, I lost my ID too. And every single day I think like, yo, if a cop pulls me over, it's like, should I act out like, oh my God, I think I've left my fucking ID at home, but I have my expired one,
I haven't thought out exactly. You gotta already have this shit thought out ahead of time.
Like, I could definitely get pulled over because I still haven't put the sticker for my tags, even though I've had it for like 3 months.
What
kind of shit is that, yo?
You're gonna be smoking one day and you're gonna get pulled over.
Oh, I don't smoke in the car.
What a pussy! Oh
That's
my
the only place I smoke.
Girl, the fuck up. Okay, fine. You gonna be drive. Well, you wouldn't drive, lady. Anyways, you never would. But let's say you had a little bit of drinks and you were under that 0.8. But then, now it becomes a whole hassle just because you little sticker. That's why, bro, I'd be scared as shit. I'm like, bro, I should have put the sticker on today.
You get, oh my God, there's so much more paranoia now.
Putting the little X on the stickers?
Nah, I just layer them bitches. Boom, put the next one on.
So you be doing that, Tori?
What?
You had the little stickers on the car. You cross it out, scratch it, so nobody can steal it.
I didn't know that.
Oh damn.
On the registration shit?
Yeah.
Oh, the actual sticker. Oh
yeah. I guess that's just a hood thing. Never mind.
Oh yeah. Okay, got you.
But if somebody steal it, then they just have one with a cross on it. So no.
Yeah.
That's why you cross it. So like you can't if you take
because they would have to take piece
apart.
by piece.
Yeah, so like it just deters
that's so smart.
But it still sticks onto your car.
You cut an X type shit into it.
You basically like get like your key like this.
Oh, okay. So it won't peel off.
Yeah, it won't peel off. But like it works in your car.
That's crazy. I used to think about. I remember this one time. Oh no, my first time getting when my registration expired, and then I saw the price, and I was like, oh my fucking God.
Registration.
I thought about stealing that shit off of somebody's car. That's crazy, dude.
Yeah. People in the hood be doing that. When I was a kid, I asked my mom, like, why do you always do this? Like, people be stealing them. I was like, oh, I didn't even thought about that. Because, like,
that's something. Yeah, it's funny when you're saying we got to get our fucking, the DMV shit together. Get such a hassle. Bro, my dumb ass, last week when I talked to you, because I needed to get COVID tested, you need to get COVID tested. I was like, oh, let me know when you go. I'll go the same day, as if it was like the nigga. You just fucking drive in and get your test. Like we would have just literally been in the lot at the same time. Would have been very useless.
What are we gonna wear? Jean jackets next together?
Fuck you.
Is that what we're gonna do?
No, really, I'm like
fly, okay.
After that, I was like, why was I telling dude to fucking like, oh yeah, hit me before you go, cause I gotta go too. Like nigga, I'm gonna make my fucking appointment.
You just don't want to be lonely. It's okay, dude. It's okay, man.
In the drive-through with them.
Valentine's Day is coming up next week.
Yeah.
Oh,
this weekend, bro.
Hey, all right,
you better buy that. Before we buy that girl a gift.
Yeah, before we go break mode, what's Valentine's Day looking like, fellas? And we podding now, so if you want to cap, go for it and cap, man. You got some things. You got some things lined up.
I'm sticking rose petals all over my body. All over my body. She want flowers? I am it.
Hey, you the type of nigga to get rose petals in the bath just for yourself on Valentine's Day? Just light up some candles. Not you, but you too. Now that you said hell yeah,
I deserve that.
Fucking just to keep for sure.
We all doing it. We gonna put rose petals in the jacuzzi.
Bro, you the type to bake yourself some fucking heart-shaped brownies and eat them on Valentine's Day with some milk.
Yeah, probably.
Well, yeah, if it's fire, yeah, okay.
Like, brown's pretty good.
Okay, yeah, brown, that is pretty.
They'll
fire.
be putting like those tarts, those heart tarts.
Oh, with the fucking phrases on it.
You know what you put them on? You put them on pizza on Valentine's Day.
What the fuck?
That's the toppings.
Candies.
Yeah,
Bro, who made those candies?
Hey, the sweet ones is ass, but the tart ones, I can fuck with it.
Does pineapple go on pizza?
Yes. Hell yeah.
Yes, 100%. Yes.
I like pineapple. I can't.
Well, what about you? What you think?
That was a really non-divisive state. I feel like we're all in agreement. It's cool. Nah, but like, I don't really. I'm not a fan. Like, I would never order that shit. My dumbass talking in the mic like that. Like,
you see NBA?
Got some shit for y'all. But nah. I just don't like really like fruit being warm. Probably literally ever actually. I really don't like any fruit being warm. But like if it's on a pizza, like I'm gonna tear it up. I'm not really the type to like. It's like a limit of shit. Everyone can fucking hit this nigga.
We just got the attitude.
Fuck it, but yeah. It's fine. We'll take a break after this one.
Yeah.
But fucking, what was I saying?
Food.
Pizza, hot, warm fruit.
Yeah, exactly. I don't like. I'll tear it up if it's on a pizza, but I'm not also the type of nigga like I don't like just having to take hella shit off the pizza. So whatever's on it, I'll eat. What won't you eat on a pizza?
What if it's a warm grapefruit?
I don't really care for olives.
Olives.
That's for Valentine's Day.
Warm grapefruit for Valentine's Day.
Never tried anchovies.
Oh yeah. I've had it once. Disgusting.
No olives, no anchovies. Everything else is pretty much fair game. But I wouldn't really order mushrooms. But I'll eat it.
Mushrooms is cool though. Cool.
I mean, I would eat it, but I wouldn't order it. But I'll eat it if it was there.
Have you guys ever made like mushrooms that's like stuffed with cheese? Some fat boy shit, but that shit is fire. Like bake it.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Nasty. That was a good note. Mushrooms. Fucking mushrooms.
All right.
You did a YouTube intro. Did you know that?
What do you mean?
You're like, what's up, guys? It's pod number 4.
It's pod number 4. Shut the fuck up. No, I didn't. Shut the fuck up.
Hey, it was great. It was great.
I know,
Smash that
great.
like
Am I getting
You
too
did
YouTube? No, because I didn't even say like and subscribe. Which
Yeah.
I probably should have said, actually, looking back.
Click
but
the link right
fuck that.
here.
They already know the deal. They
You
know the
honestly,
vibes.
You know what I learned? Like,
We're not that type of podcast.
a lot of the channels that like I've subscribed to didn't tell me to subscribe.
Fam, you already know what you like. You know what the vibes is. You know how we rocking.
Yeah.
Was that a little too YouTubey though? I'll switch it up. I'm about to come in next one acting like I don't give no fucks. I'm gonna come in here, shirt untucked and shit. You feel me?
Like, what's up, y'all? All right, let's go.
I'm fucking dead. All right. So shit, I feel like we're at a good vibe.
Yes.
So I don't want to down the vibe, but there is news. We should talk about. It's not.
I don't want to do this.
I don't want to do this.
I don't want to
man.
do it.
But
I'm gonna do it anyway.
the only reason I want to now is because if we save it for next week, it's not as present or not as current, and I feel like this one actually does need to be shared. So, a deputy in Louisiana, and I say I got the shit ready, so you know what I'm saying, we official.
Go fishy.
But yeah, deputy in Louisiana basically he committed. I'll just read the article. A Louisiana sheriff's deputy died by suicide on Monday after recording and posting to social media videos of him. Yo, it wasn't me. You see the fucking. Why did they write it like that?
Recording and posting to social media videos.
To social media videos,
Yeah, they
you
need a comma right there or something.
Yeah, exactly. Posting videos of himself condemning institutionalized racism and describing his struggle as a black law enforcement officer in a system that he says condones police brutality against black people.
This dude can read, dude.
Yeah, you like that? I was
He
fucking
was
rolled. I'm
zooming.
telling you, it wasn't me. They wrote the shit, but I was zooming. Regardless, yeah. So basically, deputy, 43 years old. He had, I believe, been a police officer, which is crazy. He became a deputy in 2015, not an officer, but he was already. Regardless, yeah, basically committed suicide. Posted a string of videos. I watched some of them, basically just kind of condemning the police force out there, saying, well, he said kind of police in general, but I assume also you're in Louisiana, but for institutionalized racism and basically them condoning police brutality and stuff like that. That shit is crazy, man. And at first, it really wasn't getting that much coverage, which is why I was thinking it's important that we cover it, because it is important. Now I do see more pages like CNN and stuff like that has covered it, but basically he just said he couldn't take it anymore. He had one a quote from, "I've had enough of all this nonsense, serving a system that does not give a damn about me or people like me." Another one, he says, "You have no idea how hard it has been to put you have no idea how hard it is to put a uniform on this day and age, with everything that's going on." That shit's wild. What do you take from that, his own struggle, where it relates to what goes on in different police departments, sheriff's departments, and then also in terms of like being a black police officer? I don't know, what is your overall, I guess, takeaways from that? But I just want to hear y'all speak on too, just what that must be like to be a black police officer, and then also the different issues with police.
The way that Complex put it is that he did it to send a message, you know? And do you think that's like you think that's like a message that is clear? You think that could do anything? Do you think that could get coverage in that sense? Because like you said, it didn't get a lot of coverage at first. And I don't know. I think being a cop, especially being a black cop, him being a cop and seeing everything that's going on right now is probably just like fucking with them, because, well, obviously it was fucking with them, but yeah, I don't know. Hold on.
Well, I feel you. Like, it's, I don't know. I think it's such an, because he's speaking specifically on things that he's seeing in his department, and obviously it might be different out there, but it's, to me, it's fucked up that being a black man and being a police officer, there is that extra burden of being part of something where you know that there are things like that are going on. But what else bothers me is, like, why is it only an issue to the black officer? Like, that's my biggest critique, because I understand, like, not all cops are bad, and that's very true. But the ones who do see themselves, like, I don't think there's a way to be a righteous cop if you are seeing things that aren't right and that doesn't sicken you. So I feel like it shouldn't just sicken the black cop. It should sicken every cop that calls themselves a good cop and swears they're not racist and swears they don't have bias like that. That shit should sicken all of them. So not that there's confusion, because I already know, especially as a black man, that shit is going to be in your head because it's very personal to you. I just wish that shit was also in other officers' heads, because that's how you make, in my opinion, that's how you make like real changes. Y'all all have to have a culture of like, nah, if shit ain't right, it's not right, and we all gonna point it out. And I feel like that's never the culture. I don't know if this is like a direct relation, but I feel like overall, as a whole, when we talk about police, that's kind of how I feel in terms of accountability, I guess.
Yeah, and he can't even probably say anything because he's a cop, and you can't really come out and talk about like certain police killings and or even moments that you saw something that went wrong or it wasn't handled correctly, because you are a cop, you still wear the badge. And that must have been, it probably was excruciating to that man, because like you have both sides that you get to get a viewpoint. And probably this is like probably you became a cop so you could maybe do something better. And when you go into it and you see how corrupt it is, it's probably like that's a tough pill to swallow, man. Yeah. And with like police reform, or at least with like police in general, there's like a lot of stories where they just didn't handle the situation right. And don't get me wrong, like being a cop must fucking suck, dude. That's like probably one of the worst jobs, because it's like a constant threat to your life. And you're trying to protect these people, and it would probably suck, because if you're in a really struggling community where it's going back and forth, it's like you're like, it's us versus them. I did a presentation for class, and it was like regarding on police reform, and there was just like a lot of research that I did that was saying that police officers get 630 hours of training on average. And this is like, if you look at the LAPD, they get 960 hours of training, and that's including implicit bias training. And then NYPD, they get 700 something. I think they get 700 hours, but their website didn't say anything about implicit bias training. And in 36 states, there are... They allow police officers to start working before their training is even done with. Like, how do you put somebody how do you put somebody to do a job that they haven't been trained for? That's fucking egregious to me. And I don't know, there's like a lot of stories of cops not handling the situation right and not being able to understand. Like, recently there was the story about the 9-year-old girl who got maced. And it's a 9-year-old girl. Isn't that fucking crazy that you guys can't even talk to a 9-year-old girl who's having some issues, obviously? You don't need to put her in cuffs. You don't need to fucking mace the chick and then throw her in the fucking back. Like, a fucking 9-year-old obviously does not have like control.
Or not a threat.
It's like, yo, they're
a cop, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but the issue with the police, back to what Travis was talking about, how they have to establish a culture where this is not okay. You have to look at when the police was originally founded in America. They were found for one reason, that was basically to police black people, African Americans, and other ethnic minorities. And like, so basically there's like a whole culture of like, put these people in check, make sure they're not doing things that disrupt our status quo, make sure they're not doing things that make our life difficult or put us in a state of unease and fear. So now we have this culture established with the police of doing that.
And it's worse than that too. It's not just keep them in check. At the time of the beginning of it, it was actually lock them up.
Yes.
Because our economy is trying to. We have no more cotton in our economy. We need our jail systems cracking, and jail systems are a privately owned enterprise. So it's like, round them up, and like, we know they're not gonna be able to fight nothing in court. Round them up, see whatever you can do, and that's why it was. Well, I'll let you finish the shit.
Yeah, it's like loitering. Like, they made that law, like you can't just stand around, post it up with your friends, or you go into jail. They made that so they can send black people to jail.
Yeah.
So now we have this whole culture established, and especially back then, if your daddy was a cop, you're gonna be a cop. Now, if your daddy was a racist cop, what are the odds of you being a racist as well? So now that gets passed on. Now this culture is celebrated. Like, if you do these things, your superiors protect you, and if you rat on them, you basically get handled. And this culture goes unpunished for years and years and years. And like, now that we have cameras, we could just show the atrocities of what's happening in the police system. It's still gonna take forever to change it. So like, this cop is in a system where they're designed to not necessarily uphold the law, but to keep people in check. And he sees the atrocities firsthand and is like, wow, he realized that the system that he was taught is there to protect him, is not really there to protect him. And as somebody who's in that firsthand, like, I can understand why he would not be able to handle that mentally.
Yeah.
Would you say it's still like that? Like, because I know we talked about like the original way that the police were being utilized. Do you feel like it's still like that today? Like that's the exact purpose, or like what would you say is like? Do you see or what would you say is the reason for the police in this day and age?
Money.
Well, there's also like they also get trained by certain people. Like there's this one trainer called Dave Grossman, and he was an army vet who became a police trainer, and he refers to himself as the fucking killologist. You think that dude is gonna train them correctly? You think like the way that he views it is like that they're in front line of the war in Iraq or something. Yeah. You know.
So my question is, what are the police? Because back to what Dale was saying, he was talking about what they were originally designed for. I'm saying, what do you think is that still their same design, or have things improved, or do we still feel like, are we saying that all police, like the police department, is a certain way?
Money.
I feel like, in the sense, yes or no, it's still designed that way, but also not. Like, obviously, the police is more forward thinking and more progressive than it was 150 years ago whenever it was established. But those institutions and cultures are still present. So even if you try to do as much as you can to change it, there's still the bad apples, especially the ones at top who can cover things up or let people off. So it's a process that's not going to be changed overnight.
Yeah. That analogy with the bad apples, that bad apples will, like, they say, okay, there's a few bad apples in the department, but shit, that analogy comes from bad apples rot the bucket. Mm-hmm. You know? So it's better to catch, like, police officers need to hold each other accountable in that sense to, if you do see somebody doing wrong. But, you know, I think that's really fucked up because I bet in certain departments there's like a conglomerate of bad apples, you know?
Yeah.
And
they work together for sure. And
exactly.
Like, if you snitch on them, they get you in trouble.
Exactly. And that's the thing about accountability. You can't, like, after an officer gets maybe some type of misconduct, they shouldn't have like some time to find a loophole behind it, or they shouldn't even be able to talk to their fucking fellow police officers. If you're in trouble with the law, you should not be able to talk to other cops.
So the thing about cops is that, like, they basically have a license to kill. Mm-hmm. Because how many times would you see these police officers shoot somebody for no reason, like, I fear for my life, and then the rules would be like, that's valid, you're good. And it's like, so many times, like, if I'm a police officer and I say I want to shoot this person, I'm probably get off scot-free. Mm-hmm. I just turn off my cam.
We'll just get it dismissed.
Yeah, but like, I fear for my life. Worst case scenario, I get a new police job somewhere else. Yeah, this happens all the time. Like, it's an endless cycle because, like, they're not gonna stop doing these things if there's no consequences for it.
Yeah, and that's why I feel like it all ties in. Even when you were talking about like how the bad apples shit is like, because I feel like it's a numbers thing. Like when you talk about all the fatalities, all the different things like that, it is still a number. Like, the world is so big and there's so many police officers. Obviously, it's only a fraction in terms of the actual things that are going. When we can point out, say that shit was wrong. Yeah. I feel like the world is so big, it's usually a fraction. But the problem is people take that information of knowing like, well, the majority of cops haven't killed a black kid. They take that info and they use the same argument of like, well, it's just a couple bad apples. But it's like, fam, when the apple has that much power, it's very significant. The same thing with COVID, we could talk about the numbers. 99%. Fam, we're in a fucking lockdown right now. Like, a lot of people have died. The same way, like, if, like, I use a fucking example. I don't know if it's even a great example, but it's like, fam, if one in every fucking 20 doctors was just gonna kill you, like, oh, they're like, yeah, we kill fucking, I don't know, fucking, all right, nah, I don't know.
Like, what if a doctor just saw your life as like, that's all right.
Okay, you know, let's say for women. Let's just say women example. Like, you have the women or doctors are known to like 1 in every 20 doctors. yeah, they tend to just kill you. They just kill you, like, not very well trained, but we just have a couple bad apples in the clinic.
Yeah.
People would be scared as fuck every time they go to the doctor.
Yeah.
You'd be like, every woman would be like, why do I have to live in fear of this doctor shit? And then you'd have those same people better be saying the same, oh, it's just a couple bad apples, it's fine, a couple bad doctor. Nigga, it's my life at stake. Like, when I send my daughter in there, it's her life at stake. So all you got to do, I feel like, is change the parameters. Does it still make sense? Can you still, like, it's easy for you to sit there and be like, not all cops are bad, it's a couple bad apples. But it's like the same shit y'all were saying. Like, okay, yes, obviously if the majority aren't bad, then why the majority needs to be keeping the minority in check, if that is really the case. But it's like you say, there's other factors involved. You know, there's collectives of those people. There were cops at the Capitol building. There's cops in, what's that shit, Canaan? What's that shit called? You know what that shit's called.
Canaan? What you talking?
Rich, what's that shit
K9,
called?
like their dogs?
What's the political group called? Canaan?
QAnon.
Y'all act like it.
All right, so the thing about the bad apples, though, is just, like, it's funny because it's like, it doesn't seem like the bad apples affect all communities. Like, that's the funny part. It's just like, it's a couple bad apples, but where are the bad apples at? You know what I mean? And the bad apples that are at the higher ups, they're just embezzling money. Like, just they're doing some other shit. You know, they're in ties with whoever they're paying off or has on the payroll. Like, other than that, the bad apples seem to only be affecting you know what I'm saying?
That's
like,
why.
impoverished areas.
That's
like,
why. And they're sitting there like, it's a couple bad apples.
It's just funny that you chop it up like that. It's just a couple. Well, the bad apple's not rolling down your street like
it ain't in Calabasas.
Pressing Jimmy. Like.
And the real bad apple aren't the police officers themselves. It's the system. It's just the way it's corrupted. It's fucked up from the root. And like, no matter how much reform you try to implement, if the system itself is fucked, then you can't really fix it. Like,
I got you. You ready? Hold on, I got you. Because people say that, right? You gotta understand that the police and the jails are like, of course they're connected, right? Like you need money, right? We all need money, right? But that's the thing. Right now, because Travis, back to your question, you asked like, what's kind of keeping it going now? It's money. If a lot of people woke up to the fact that like the private or the companies that we broker with, like they invest in the private funds that are funding jails. And I forgot the name of the exact funds, what they're called, but if you defund that, and not talking about defunding police and take away money from guns, like no. You got to take away money from the brokers and the investors that are putting like billions into this shit, not just the fucking guns or somebody's you know what I'm saying, whatever district or whatever, you know what I'm saying, little. What is it? What are the fucking police station? Like take their 100,000, $1 million, $2 million. Nah, you got to hit them really where the pockets are at. Like, and we could do it. I don't. It's slipping, but
there's like you could also like for any cop that has like multiple or even one shit, depending on how severe the case is. Like if you guys fuck up, if you guys kill somebody, something like that, it's like depending on the case, if everybody sees it, like. Your pension should not be there for you, like when you're retiring at the end, you know, because that's what they're like. I feel like that would kind of solve the bad apples, because if you take away their pension, then the other people who do get viewed as bad apples, then the good cops could say something about them.
How do you know they're bad cop though? Because let's say they do end up killing somebody, and now you're just gonna take away their pension. It's
the severity of the case, because when it's on body cam, when we see all these different like videos of like, okay, the guy he gets shot, and then when he's down, he gets shot 15 more times. That's a bad fucking scenario. You know, okay, if the guy if the perpetrator has a fucking weapon, if he has a gun and you shoot him. All right, you keep your pension. That's pretty normal. I think there's ways of gauging this in I don't know.
And we've seen cops do that too.
Yeah.
We've seen videos of cops. Well, usually
there's
the person's
way too
not
many.
of color.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying the opposite, where like the cop did show restraint, and it's rare. It's rarely ever a person. Because you see the white dude fucking chase a cop down with a knife. That motherfucker backpedaling. Stop, sir. But you've also seen cases of. I was telling him about one where I seen a cop. He did shoot the guy in a grocery store, but he was chasing dude around. Dude had a gun. You can see the whole thing on body cam. He's doing everything not to shoot the guy. Like everything. Then when he does shoot him, he literally had to. He popped. You could see the dude was started to aim the Bow, one pop. Dude was down, cleared the gun, waited for backup. He's telling dude, stay down. Just stay down, man. Help's on the way. He's telling him help's on the way, and he just shot him. Like That to
That's
me,
a good cop. That's a great
that
cop.
to me, that's why I'll
That's
never.
a great cop. Shout out to him.
Dude, that to me is like, it's like, bro, it can be done. Like,
Yeah.
treating people a certain way and just, and I'm not even saying you need to do that. I get it. Dude pointing a gun at you, I might not be feeling it.
Yeah.
But there is a difference between someone who, and that's why I think like there's definitely noble people. Like if fucking young Rich decided, he tell me, oh, I'm gonna be a cop, I'd be happy. Like, yeah, okay,
Yeah.
I'll be glad that you a cop. Like I want people that I know, and I think that's part of the problem is like that it's anyone, like the people have their own beliefs before they become police. So I think maybe there needs to be something done about the screening process.
Dude, the screening process is like, so when I mentioned the implicit bias training earlier, that's just to like, they'll ask them a series of questions, a shitload of questions, for them to figure out like patterns in behavior and discriminatory behavior. And that sounds great, right? That sounds great on paper, but that shit has not been working. You know, that's one of the things. Like, I think you got to make that screening process extremely difficult.
Do you know about the screening process? Like, what specifically do they ask? Like, or how do they screen?
No, I can't tell you that.
I know a little bit of it. I know some. I had a buddy, because I know, like, I haven't heard too much, but like a buddy who actually became a cop. From my coffee shop and shit, but he took me like through like the whole process, but like them, it seemed really strict, right? And the buddy, he works at the Burbank Police Department, right? The thing is, at the coffee shop I used to work out, and I was like 15, those cops would come in and they were all hella chill. But the thing is, that's a really small department, and you don't hear about no bad shit happening in Burbank. So it's different when you have a small department like that. So I couldn't speak on too much of the training, but I feel like I think if I was going to take things into mind or consideration for the screening, it would be like the person's disposition cannot be that they are power hungry. They can't be the type that are like very super prideful. Like it's all about pride, because so many situations can be escalated and de-escalated through that. So when I say escalated, like I've been in my own situations where it was like if the officer had just been respectful and like didn't have so much pride, and he just say, hey, all right, so this is how we got to do it. And I'm not saying got to be, obviously you need to still be in I guess an authoritative position if that's how you feel, but you can be respectful to people. You don't have to make it about pride. You've also seen the cop that gets pissed off what someone said to him and takes off on him. Like, so I feel like that's got to be a huge deal, and that's got to be a huge thing in training. And obviously I don't know the exact
we're not experts in this.
How do you find it though? Because it's like,
we're truly not
there's no
experts.
specific psychology test. Because it's like, okay, I could sit here right now and wear a mask in front of you, and I could be a completely different person. Yes sir, no sir.
That's what
hey, how you doing? And go out to the field and be like, what the fuck are you? You know what I'm saying? Like, I could completely flip. Like, and there's no way that a police test, because you're not. I don't think that if you become a cop, like, or the people that want to become cops are just dumb, like outright dumb. Like, no, you know what I mean? Like, you're smart enough to pass some type of test. Like, and people have, like, you could have a narcissistic personality to where you wear that mask long enough to where you just want to do it, or like you have another passion that it just drives you to just wear that certain mask to then like assert your power. You know what I'm saying? Like I think it's hard to really screen for that. Of course, do better, yeah, but how? Like, I don't know.
But
I don't know.
Just like you said that, how do you fix the system? When Deo said, there's a way, right?
Oh, you take away that money, and money talks. Like, for real.
I feel like there's multiple sides of it, because like I feel what you're saying, but I feel like the screening, I would focus in just in terms of like certain traits like that are things that I would take, because the thing is, I can't believe that they are, because it does not seem like with the type of personalities you've come across. But then again, it's a number of different.
It could be a bad day too. Like they're just not having it. Like they had a crazy ass week or like crazy ass month just dealing with bullshit, and then because there's a lot of things that could happen. But it's your job though. I'm
not cutting them slack on that one. But the next
you worked in a bullshit department,
it's constant. Like you I feel like it would change your psychology of viewing a human being, because you work in such a shitty environment. And that's not the police or like the people who live there's fault. It's like we're not investing into these communities that really need refurbishing, you know?
Yeah, so I feel you. So I was saying the next thing after the screening would be curriculum wise. Like shit like that is like needs to be taught in terms of de-escalation, and I'm sure it has to be in training, but you don't see it at play, like, and it's also hard to tell like what is working, what's not, because I know we said earlier like this shit is obviously not working, but at the same time it's like like we said, it's numbers. You want to play like the bad apples. Okay, so maybe it's working for the majority, but that majority needs to make this shit not okay. Like, but that's not the case. So it's just a fucked up, like, windy ass road, because it's like how much of it is a training thing, how much of it is just the people in general, a numbers type of thing. But it's like you said, it's only affecting certain colors. So it's
the bad apples is that they're just bad apples. Like, okay.
At the end of the day, nothing's gonna change until the police are held accountable for their actions.
Yeah.
At the end of the day.
Yeah, that's why I'm just like you said, attack that money, man. You gotta attack the money,
the real money, not the police defund that they want you to think. You gotta go for the real money.
Yeah,
look into where these private companies are really putting their money into. Some of these brokerages that people, Schwab, you know what I'm saying, J.P. Morgan, like really look into where these companies are invested in. And but I mean, it's so ingrained in the system now. Like, I mean, you're not gonna tell a hedge fund to stop fucking with JP. Like, they don't give a fuck.
I'll tell you.
They don't care. It's business. It's business. Like, bruh.
I make a phone call, it's all over.
JP Morgan got caught with like hella coke on one of their boats, and they just got that shit absolved.
I remember that shit. It was
just crazy.
Story just went away, bro.
And just went away. They got caught recently, not recently, a few months back, for like breaching trading regulations, shit like that. Like we were talking about earlier, like they do this shit all the time. So
their shit just not in the media, man. That shit's fucking frustrating.
It's in the media. Look, the stuff that they don't tell you, you of course you wouldn't know. But the stuff that they tell you, it's
they got like 3 views.
they put it in the media. It's out. It's information. See, that's the thing.
They put it in like a little section. They put it in a little section.
Look for it.
It's
and
like,
then, like
the
they don't talk
caption.
about it ever again.
It's like the closed
you put
caption.
it out there. You could Google it if you want to, but if we're not constantly covering the story, out of sight, out of mind, the news cycle, something new happening, like, oh, what did Kim Kardashian say? I forgot all about the fact that J.P. Morgan or whatever was like having a bunch of cocaine in a boat sent to America. Like, I completely forgot about that because Kanye tweeted something. That's just how the way the world works.
They put it out. They can't say, hey, we didn't tell you. We told you, but what are you gonna do? It's J.P. Morgan. We're gonna, you know.
But it's like they never have to pay for their actions when people.
Yeah.
All right, on to our NBA takes.
My fault.
We're going to NBA?
No, I just had this pulled up and this shit started playing.
Oh.
What were y'all saying about?
Cocaine boats and J.P. Morgan.
Yeah,
we're talking about.
You think they were doing it or they were selling it and making the profit?
Yes.
Both.
Yes.
Well, what if they have better drugs than that?
They probably do.
They got some crazy shit.
Multiple streams of income, you know?
That is low-key just so fucking crazy. A big-ass business like that has that much fucking cocaine on a boat. And
crazy
just,
that they got involved.
J.P. Morgan, like... And just nothing happened. Like, that's not like... you think it would just be a bigger, way, way, way bigger thing.
Yeah, no.
Nope. That's how the world... Somebody slipped up, got caught, but... This is how the things operate in this world, you know? Like, at the end of the day, the people who can run this country are those who make the money. Like J.P. Morgan, and they can do whatever they want.
Okay, let me ask you guys this: when you guys start making money, would you guys still care about the problems?
Start making money?
Oh, okay. I mean, big money.
Start making big money?
Bigger.
Bigger.
Got it.
Oh, okay, I see what you mean.
I was so lost.
Yeah, me too. I was like, what are you talking about?
So when I'm a multi-billionaire. Okay.
My bad. I'm in a room of millionaire. That's crazy.
All right, so what's up?
Yeah. When you guys start like making money like that, do you think you guys would care about these problems? Because most people, as they get older, they become more Republican because they got money and there's more comfortability to that, and change affects money, you know? So what would you guys do? If you guys are living comfortable, living lavish, it's like, what if you're just donating for self-gratification?
Nah, if I was like
you do it?
Jeff Bezos or Elon Musk rich, I'd be donating the vast majority of my money. Because I just feel like I have so much money, I can't even spend it all. What am I doing holding it for if I can make the world a better place?
That's beautiful.
But then again,
man, you work so hard for that money.
I know, but like, how much money do you think Elon Musk spends like a year? Definitely a lot less than
I know
he makes.
he'd be wearing Target T-shirts,
That
yo.
fool's broke.
Like, it's like if Elon Musk wanted to give away about like a few $100 million, how much would that really affect him?
Nah.
Bro, they could literally like stimulate the economy just by doing shit like that. Like they could have set out their own stimulus check and not
then,
given a fuck. Like,
and then you know who's gonna have to pay him back? The American people.
Okay, because
we sold out to big tech, and now the big tech companies own everything and are censoring everything, and that's like attached to the government. And these CEOs or that we look up to can control everything. Like if Amazon shut down, we're fucked. Like
not me.
We won't get our tripods.
Nah, like a lot of people, it'll be really bad.
Yeah, Amazon became too powerful.
Really bad.
Yeah, more like Scamazon, am I right? Am I right? Yeah, we pod.
I thought you got a package today. No.
Yeah, I've been ordering some shit off Amazon.
Hell
You feel me? It's Valentine's Day coming up.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
Is okay? Oh no,
it's not a gift day. You about to ask if it's a gift day?
Yeah.
Nah. It's really for a birthday.
No.
I really feel like Valentine's Day. What are y'all? Is Valentine's Day a gift day? Because some people be getting like gifts and shit. I feel like it's more like a flowers and chocolate type of day.
It's both.
And dinner or something.
Whatever makes her happy, you do it.
What if you're like Deo and you don't like chocolates?
It's for her.
In general, like, what if the girl's like Deo and he don't like chocolates?
She don't like chocolates. I probably wouldn't.
What kind of candy would you get her?
Whatever she likes. If she don't like chocolate,
Sour
she probably
Patch
likes some
Kids.
bullshit. Yeah, Sour Patch.
Right, look, honestly, if she real, fuck Valentine's Day. We finna just chill. Like
you one of them
you
dudes.
Finna get the rose petals. Huh? You finna get the rose petals and shit.
Nah, no rose petals. It's just like why, like, bruh.
Nah. I love you every day.
I don't know. I don't need to subscribe to just say, oh, because everybody else is doing some fucking shit on Valentine's Day.
She gonna think you broke, bro.
I could be broke. That's
He's
what
like,
if that makes her happy? What if that makes her happy? That would make you look like the shitty person.
If that makes her happy, then okay.
You wouldn't put some effort.
Okay, if that makes her happy, like okay, that's my girl. Like I'm with her. Okay, I fucked up with that before, so you know what I'm saying? Like I know now.
Ooh, did you fuck up because you didn't have no money?
No, not Valentine's Day specifically, but just like not doing things just because I know somebody else would be happy for it. I just be like in my own head to just be like, oh nah, fuck it. Like even if I know you would like it today if I did some shit, like I'm just like I'm tired or something, or you know what I'm saying? Like shit like that.
Yeah, I feel that.
Definitely learned my lesson there, but even now I'm just like I don't know. Why?
I don't need Valentine's Day in my life, personally. Like, me personally, but if I'm with somebody and I've been with them and I rock with them, for sure, I'm definitely going to do something for them, because if they get influenced by... Well, because Valentine's Day, if it's something, it would be for, like, tricks.
Oh, and she about to tell her girlfriends and shit.
Valentine's Day is for the girl. Like, here's how I see Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day is for...
Men to spend money.
Men to spend money in relationships. I feel like people who do the Valentine's Day thing when they're single is like so weird to me. Like, so you gotta ask this girl to be your Valentine. So she's like, go on a date one day, and then she goes on to the next dude the next day. What's the point of that?
It could be a good entry point for the person, because like at least if it's like if you don't know her like that and it's about to be the 14th, it's like, well, she's not spending Valentine's Day with nobody else. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it gets a little...
I feel like those Valentines are way better than a couple going into Valentine, because there's more pressure for a couple. And I've seen a lot of relationships that there's arguments on Valentine's Day.
Oh, y'all ever had a fight on Valentine's Day?
I don't think I've had too many Valentines, bro. I ain't got no game.
Fighting on Valentine's Day is kind of fucked. But that probably happens a lot.
Have you ever like fought with your girl like a couple weeks before Valentine's Day?
So you don't have to get her gift.
And she's trying to patch things up because she know Valentine's Day is coming up. Has that ever happened to you before?
Oh, I thought you'd be like, I'm trying to fight with her so I don't have to get her a gift.
Ideally,
that'd be crazy.
I'm not gonna lie, I kind of hope that happened before, back when I was like extra broke. But you know, like they find a way.
Maybe we'll take a little break.
Break every time a holiday happens, like right before Christmas, right before Thanksgiving. You can't come home with me. I gotta,
You check the date, February 1st. You always leaving the empty milk in the refrigerator. I can't do this no more.
Exactly. Yeah. Every holiday we just breaking up. We're taking a break.
Christmas, it's over.
Yeah, it's over.
Well, we gonna get back in January 1st.
Yeah, no, not January 1st, because
Valentine's Day, February.
Oh, because you want
Christmas,
your New Year's Eve kiss.
Yeah, you gotta have a New Year's.
Isn't it funny how we were talking about elites and how they're crushing the economy and like not making it fair for us, and then we transitioned into Valentine's Day and love?
Hey, that just boosts the economy. They just want money. They just
speak on it, Kai. Speak on it.
Exactly. Think about that's just a boost to the economy, and like at a time where it's probably not like a popular time for money to be moving in the markets. Yeah. February is a good time for like.
Think about owner of Hershey's.
Valentine's, like all these holidays, they really are needed for our economy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like they do boost our you got to think about when the holidays happen. Like they're spaced out. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, there's other reasons behind holidays.
Black Friday. Same shit.
Exactly.
Hello.
You need some money, like.
Hello.
That's when you see human greed come out like crazy.
That's not where you see it. That's just where you see them giving us back shit that has already been paid over 4 times, or you know what I'm saying? Like they've already made. Think about how much money they'll make on a computer, right?
Yeah.
They're making hella money from computers and shit. Hella money for computers and shit. Selling you fucking, let's say, or Nike selling you a $20 shirt, or that's really excuse me, like a $4 shirt, but they sell it for $200, $300, like whatever shirt they want to. And now on Black Friday, they're gonna give you a 20% discount.
Shit,
broke.
I'm just saying, think about it. These companies are making bank every day, and now we're just gonna give you a fucking discount.
That's why I don't shop on Black Friday, because I don't even want the discount. You could keep your shit.
Please, man,
saying,
you're
it's
the
all a
Camarillo outlet man.
It's all a game that you really don't win. Like you can't really play like the money game. That's why you gotta release from that type of ideology that like the money is what makes it. Like nah, bro. It and I know it's like a very hard perception to break, but I've said that for a minute now that you got to break that perception or change your perception of what money is.
I used to look at money as something to like. You would look at money as to get more things. Now, as I'm getting older, I look at it as investing into the things that you like personally need. Like I feel like I took that from you a lot, because you would put a lot of investment into rap, and I didn't even view it like that at first. It was like, oh damn, that's a little too much. But it's like if you want to splurge, because people splurge on the stupidest shit.
Hey, when it comes to shit like that though, well I guess music's different, because this would be helpful for like a lot of musicians. Is like if you don't have a label, you got to be your own label. Mm-hmm. And if a label was like, you got $100K or you got $10K for the music video budget, you'd be like, yeah, well that's not very much. Okay, $100K.
Well, that's like a lot of artists in general.
That's what I'm saying. Like if you independent, like with whatever craft though, like even if you fucking starting your own business, like you kind of like that is an investment, even though it's not like stocks where you're literally waiting for shit to jump up, but. I think you really do have to, like, when you talk about investing in your craft, like, even money-wise, like, at times, if it makes sense, like, if you want to be a videographer, like, fam, you should probably invest in some equipment, invest time in learning, and then invest in past equipment, fucking lighting, shit like that. There's just hella shit to pay for. Like, so I feel like money-wise, yeah, bro, you're definitely never losing if you invest in yourself, if you're, like, working the right way.
Yeah.
But not like fucking buying a bunch of views and shit like that.
Yeah, like buying into like all the holidays, and there's like a lot of pressure, because I never celebrated Christmas, but I've gotten gifts like once or twice in my life, and there was pressure leading up to the gift. And I can't fathom what like rest of America feels like, because it's like, oh damn, I got a whole family, so I gotta get gifts for multiple people and shit like that. So that's like another thing. You're like, oh, I gotta work even harder to, like, people will put in overtime to go get shit for their fam.
What you think about if you had a significant other? I don't want to be saying that shit. You had a girlfriend. We all saw fucking same gender in this bitch.
It's 2020 or 2021, and significant other is probably correct, because nobody's really girlfriend or boyfriend.
Or we can say partner.
Partner.
My partner.
What if your partner has like a specific thing that they want for Christmas or like for Valentine's Day?
That makes it so easy.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
I love it. Here's why I even like.
I feel like that's
give me a Chris. Give me
It's
a
like, oh, you want
wish list.
AirPods back?
Yeah. I hate when it's like, figure it out. I want something thoughtful. I'm like, man, I don't fucking think. The hell is give me a list?
Oh, go ahead.
I mean, it makes it easy, but of course, from learning, like the sentimental gifts, like do mean more, and it does build a certain relationship to where like that is something that you want to have instilled into a relationship. You know, it's like I can make a sentimental gift, and I know what you like because I listen or I pay attention to
that's
who
too much work though.
To what you do, and like I just knew you would like it. Like at your core, you would look at it and you know exclaim or something like that. Versus, oh yeah, I want some shoes. Here's some shoes.
Yeah,
thank you.
Yeah.
And now it's just like, all right, now we out.
That's how I feel.
It's transactional. You know what I'm saying? Versus like
exactly
more emotional on that.
Yeah.
Call me a simp, but I feel like I'm a romantic, at least in the sense of like
Simp.
when, but like if I'm gonna invest time into a person, I'm definitely gonna listen and get them something that they probably weren't even thinking about, but they said something so long ago, you know, or like something that it's obvious that they need maybe in their lives, and it's just. I don't know. Maybe it's selfish on my part because I enjoy seeing them getting that gift and that surprise element. You're like, oh my God, I got them the unexpected or the thing that is very valuable to them. You know, providing value. That's what we're doing right now. We're podding, right? We're trying to provide value to
these
people.
Fucking marvelous topics we ran.
Some really good topics, if you ask me.
Bruh.
Topics. Yeah.
But no, I feel like I kind of, relate to both of y'all on like, yeah, not to be like a simp, but yeah, I like the sentimental. Also, just like it is a different feel. Like if I'm getting someone a gift, like I want to be excited about the gifts. Like I want to be like, nah, they gonna know I did too much. Like I did too. I don't know if I don't want to just be like, oh, what you about to get someone? So like, let me get her this necklace she wants. Like, yeah, about to cost like 300, 400, whatever amount, but it's worth it. I want to be the nigga doing too much. Like, and I got that, and I got that. I got the shit line. But if it's like, nah, I want this. It's like, all right, I got you. Like, it's in the budget. All right, we could do that for Christmas. It's like, all right.
It'll show her like that you are
listen.
invested, because you know in this day and age there's so much fucking trust issues. You know, like when somebody doesn't text back, it's like, oh my God, what the fuck are they doing? Are they fucking somebody else? There's some crazy shit that goes in through your head.
Yeah, they probably are.
You know, they probably are because, you know, we got
they're napping.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yo, that's crazy. I received a text like that. But recently.
One time this girl told me she was asleep for 15 hours.
Bitch, you lying. Stupid bitch.
I was like, that nigga can have her, bro. I'm good.
15 hours, yo.
I'm like, not even the biggest weed coma got me knocked out like that.
Yeah.
Like 15 hours, bro. Like what?
Hey, no, I have done that before. Like 3 or 4 times. I could not lie.
15 hours?
Yes.
I feel like someone had
I was like
long
hella
sleep.
tired. I don't know if I was sick or like whatever it was, but I do remember like middle school, high school, even like younger than that. Like I would be asleep like a whole weekend.
Damn. Because you were up until like 4 in the morning.
I was, bro, my mind, I was really up. Like I was asleep a whole weekend. Like,
Yeah. How much she paid to say that to me?
who?
How much she paid to say that to me? Because I still don't believe her. She ain't sleeping on 15 hours. I'm not falling for it.
She probably not. But I'm just saying I have.
I didn't say anything about her, but I'm just talking about myself.
I know she.
No, if it's her, she definitely lying. You know.
Because her phone didn't sleep for 15 hours. So women can't leave.
It said delivered, alright? It said delivered.
Like, how come your snap score went up in those 15 hours?
Yeah,
Like, what happened?
15 hours.
Yo, snap score. I'm fucking That is funny as fuck. I feel like anytime you catch yourself in like a loophole of trying to figure out if someone like in that situation, like you find the Snapchat shit, say like you like, oh, she was capped. I feel like sometimes you don't even want to go down a rabbit hole where like you can't explain to the person how you know this information. Like, I looked at your Snapchat, I checked the score, it was at 357. That shit is not.
Remember the days back when Snapchat made your best friends public?
Oh yeah. Oh my God. Yo,
You remember
man.
those days?
Yo, you know, okay, what's some toxic behavior that you guys have witnessed or done? Because I'll go first. You feel me?
I like that. Bring it up.
I just see what level of toxic we're talking about before I say my views.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not saying if I did this or if I heard this, wherever the fuck this came from.
What did you do?
But have you ever, like, if you're talking to a chick and it's like leading up to going out and you guys finally set the date, it's like you've been talking to her, what's up girl, blah 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 blah, and they'll be like, hey, we should hang out Saturday, it's Monday, and then Monday, Tuesday, you're still texting, and Wednesday, and then it's stopped texting on Wednesday, and right on the day of Saturday when she texts, she's like, yo, I can't make it tonight, and blah blah blah, and it's like,
Oh, she's blocked.
no. Look, the toxic behavior you gotta implement is that you just text them, hey, I just got, I just cleared up some time. Do you want to hang out? And if you just text her that, it'll give her that idea that, oh damn, you have somebody else waiting already, because that text is obviously not meant for her. And that would get her to start thinking.
So you message it to her as if you were trying to message to someone else. Hey, my schedule just got freed up. I can make it for. Oh, okay, I see what you're saying.
You manipulating.
I didn't say I did this. I didn't say I heard
Take
this.
some notes though.
Just let the mind
I
ponder.
thought he was saying it back to her, and so I was like, "You're gonna tell her you just got more time, you can hang," but she said she's busy. But okay, that is fucking. Oh.
Or she could just be like, I don't give a fuck. I'm still gonna do what I'm still doing anyway.
She really got like 18 dudes on.
But that would still be that would make you stand out. That would make you stand out.
See, the real trick, if you want to pull a girl, just get another girl that she get jealous and territorial. You know how that works. Like, I
She
swear.
just don't give a fuck. Like, you know,
But if you ain't got no hoes.
My brother was going through a breakup like right after high school, and the girl like she did the same shit Sakib was talking about, but like in probably like the dumbest way. Like, so imagine they going through a breakup, right? He's donezo, like, so he hitting her with whatever, she hitting him with whatever, but like it's over. Like his whole point, he already talked to her in person, he's texting. And then he get a text like a couple minutes later. He doesn't even know how much I love him. That's the problem. He doesn't get it. He doesn't blah 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 blah, blah. A whole paragraph. And she's like, "Whoops, I'm sorry. I meant to send it to my friend."
Really fucking. You like, bro, a whole paragraph?
Yeah.
How do you type that paragraph?
If you keep it subtle and short, okay, that's understandable. You're texting other people quick. The whole fucking paragraph, you can see the fucking name on the content.
Imagine it was like your girlfriend. And you writing the messages back after y'all get a big ass week, be like, "Yo, this bitch is tripping." Like, just
No, I'm not gonna lie, that happened to me.
Oops, my fault. That's what's going on.
No bullshit. No bullshit.
in this shit right now, man.
She don't even know.
No bullshit. Actually happened to me once.
Holy shit.
I actually got in a fight with this girl.
That's my fucking her sister.
And then like,
oops, my fault. I didn't mean to send that to you. Oh shit. Or even worse, the mom. Ooh.
Welcome back, gang. It wouldn't be a pod if it wasn't some technical difficulties, man. Especially in the audio department, man. It's kind of a tradition.
I
at
wonder
this
who
point.
runs the audio.
That part wasn't my fault. It actually filled up with space because we just like, I feel like it's not even that we've potted for more time. We've just gotten so in depth and given them so much knowledge that the gigs just fill up, bro. You thought 64 gigs was enough to hold us, dude? We need 128. 128 minimum.
128.
Bro, they
need a
get
terabyte.
downloads, I don't even know.
Oh,
Bro.
God. Man, this is almost too good to give out for free. We starting a Patreon.
Let's do it.
Oh,
We
yeah.
starting to fucking pay.
Exclusive content. We'll have some fucking. Still
Start
gotta
on
finish
OnlyFans.
some shit.
exclusive content on OnlyFans.
Yeah. We gonna get that bread. Are we gonna do sports this week or are we chilling? Because I feel like we kind of flowed today. We were just doing our thing. Is there that much sports to talk about?
Anything-
We talked about the Super Bowl.
Yeah, talk about the Super Bowl. We chilling on that. Part.
Lakers doing their thing.
Alright?
Yeah.
Well,
we won
Oh,
today. We won
they
today.
had some ugly wins,
Fam,
but they
honestly-
got them.
And we're just coasting for the playoffs. You know how it is.
And exactly, I feel like what people don't understand, and I'm gonna explain this to an audience that's from different parts, you know.
Arrogant, cocky up
Well,
now.
I'm just gonna explain.
How many?
See,
14?
When your 17. When your franchise is just like when you have that type of tier franchise, your job as a fan, you just want to monitor, you know, like, okay, we've been struggling a little lately, what's going on? Okay, AD was out a couple of games, how's D Schroed been doing, how's Kuz looking? You gotta be in the mix, catch them when you can, but you really just monitor and we just checking shit because you already know we just getting right for the playoffs. Like Dale said, just wait till the playoffs. We said we wouldn't talk sports, so let's not talk sports.
If I didn't live in like LA, I see why people hate us.
Yeah,
I'm dying laughing. I'm like 14,
smoke,
17. Yeah, and like I got smoke. Like I can see why they hate our fucking guts. That's hilarious.
Hey man, if you was a Warriors fan too though, they got that at the time when there was franchising.
Yeah.
If I was a Warriors fan back in Durant days, people would hate my ass.
It'd be like, oh,
Hate me.
it'd be like, oh, Clay didn't shoot well tonight. Okay, what's the other one? Oh, another night. Okay, so he just had 37 and a quarter. Yep, that's why we don't worry about shit like that. You don't gotta worry like that, but.
And Steph Curry just makes basketball really entertaining. I know we always
I fucking love Steph. We're just we're tired of
a little bit.
I guess we're talking sports today.
It's very light sports.
Yeah, but shout out to Steph Curry. They doing his thing, you know.
Yo, they make that team like Kelly Oubre
You know
started
Tula's
doing
on
better.
it.
That's crazy.
I'm a hater, but I can admit when they're doing well.
Fucking all high school, this nigga hated Steph. All the time when the world was starting to love Steph, this nigga, man, this show every highlight, bro. He makes a fucking layup this shot. I'm like, bro, he put that fucking, he got that little, yeah, man, he got the English on.
I didn't like how like they were saying that he was the best player in the game.
You don't like light skinned dudes, never have.
Bro, I'm a Lonzo fan, bro. Fuck. Who lighter than that nigga?
He hates on Alonzo every week.
I mean, he's not good, but I root for his success. I'm a Lonzo fan.
What does Lonzo have to do with you?
He's a light skinned nigga, bro.
He hates light. So just because Lonzo's light skinned and Steph's light skinned, that's why maybe Steph is a different type.
I thought that was colorism.
It is, and maybe you don't like Steph because
Danny Lee.
I freaking love Blake Griffin too. I like light skinned dudes.
No, you don't. No one loves Blake.
I actually did like Blake Griffin back when he was in college. But I think I didn't like about Steph.
That's funny.
he was shooting. He was a light skinned nigga shooting. That's what you didn't like.
No, I like about Steph is because I felt like he was getting a lot of like, he deserved the praise and hype, but they were like catapulting him to a level that he didn't like earn yet.
He changed the game.
I mean, yeah, he shot a lot of threes, but he didn't beat LeBron in 2016.
He changed the game.
I mean, yeah, but they were saying he's the best player in the league, and I'm just like, no, it's not. It's LeBron. And they're like, look at him, another 30-point game. I'm like, it's not. It's LeBron. I'm like, he's the best player. I'm like, did LeBron show that he's not the best player? I'm like, see, it's why you don't anoint people too early. Because we knew LeBron was better. That's why I don't think I know him. Now that we can all agree that he is not the best player in the game, I can respect what he does. Like, yeah, he's really good. He's top 3.
Well, you just lucky we agreed we weren't gonna talk on sports, because I would have made a whole argument that he was better than LeBron and just probably trolled you for like the next like however amount of time you would have.
Nah, he couldn't.
Like, I was be like, he shoots better, he handles better, he has less finals lock. All right, I'm not gonna get into it, but I would have gone down the fucking list. I would have gone.
Now, but Steph Curry, he's one of the defining players of this generation, the NBA, I would say.
He just makes basketball so much more entertaining to watch, and the way that he played, it really looks like he loves it. Like you could show it you could see it in his actions.
Yeah.
Like, of course, other players definitely love the game of basketball, but Steph Curry makes it very enjoying for the consumer.
Yeah, he loves it way more than Bron. But sports shit, yeah, I know. Out of sports, let's go down the list. They gotta teach stocks in school, man. Like, why are they not doing that? That's the thing.
Speaking of school.
Nah, let's just fucking run down and just harp on the random
Any
shit
random
from the
thoughts?
pod.
Any random thoughts?
Yeah, seriously. Before we close out though, anyone got some final thoughts, final words of inspiration? Definitely need a new theory for the next one. Not this one, but for the next one.
Oh, like an
actual
actual theory?
Clear.
A clear theory?
Yeah.
No.
He started going in right now. He was about to go in for like 3 more days, but.
Any final words for the people, boys?
Hey yo, just stop becoming a victim of your habits when you could really be the architect.
Ooh, you've been reading books. You've been reading books.
Who was that, Plato?
Nah.
Who said it?
Me.
Damn!
Bars.
Damn.
No, I'm just kidding. That's Atomic Habits.
Is that a book?
Yeah, it's
okay. Alright, man, so fuck, my parting words are, man, y'all just keep doing your thing, keep being great, that's as far as I got. You got anything? I supposed to just come up with some shit every episode, like I gotta just, you feel me? Like, what the fuck do I look like? Some new shit to tell him.
Yeah.
Do some shit different than you did yesterday.
No, for real, that's good.
Live your life the way you want to live. Cherish the small things. Hug your loved ones if you can. Drink a gallon of water a day.
Yeah.
You know?
I think that's for sure the best one we're gonna get out of the four of us.
Drink a gallon of water.
Just with everything you said, I feel like you definitely gave the best parting words. Aside from that, man, just much appreciation. Everyone has been tapping in and just supporting. We've gotten some really dope feedback. It's the fucking clips, man. We got to stay on the clips because we've gotten just hella feedback overall on the pod, and it's a big appreciation because I do love having these not to get all touchy fit, babe, but it is Valentine's coming up. I do really enjoy these conversations that we be having, man. And just getting to chop it up. We did have our little layoff, man. So we had to get a little warmed up and get shit kicking. But man, it's fun being able to just come talk about shit that's important to us that we think people could get value from, and then just have the people like give the feedback that they're giving and like just kind of enjoy the conversation. Especially willing to listen to a conversation where we're fucking all over the place.
Nah, literally all over the place. Like, there's no subject matter that, like, we try to keep it in the box, but not really.
We jumped and jumped and jumped, but I feel like we've given an immense amount of
I
information.
think that's also real conversation. Is like shit that like there's no conversation where it's literally like, all right, let's talk about another topic. And I feel like niggas be doing. I'm like, nah.
Like this podcast is like conversations you have in the car with your friends.
Facts.
You know, and that's like your true friends, like your closest friends. And I feel like we've had a lot of these conversations like so many times, and now it's finally just on a mic and there's some camera shooting now.
When people ask me why I started the pod, I'm taking that shit right there. I'm about to be like, it's just a conversation you have with your friends in the car, man. You fucking feel me? Like, turn the music. First, hey, niggas be playing music.
We podding today.
We podding in the after hours. You know the fucking vibe.
Dude, you
came to pod.
Dude, you gotta start saying this is #1 podcast in the world.
This is actually ranked the #1 pod in the world.
You know how many
DSPs.
podcasts say that on all DSPs?
All of them.
All of the motherfucking I don't even know which DSPs, but all of
Well,
them.
we're on one, so.
Yeah, that's all we need.
All of them, though. Alright, man.
It's a really good podcast.
Yeah.
It really is.
It's a really good podcast.
It's a really good outro, actually, because we started the outro fucking 10 minutes ago. But yeah, man, if there's any more fucking final
You just don't want to
words-
leave, you know? Like, it's hard to let go.
Yeah, last final words. We appreciate every view, every like, every comment, every piece of feedback you give us. We really do appreciate it, and we love you guys.
And trust me, if you're single on Valentine's Day, that don't mean shit.
Surely don't.
Trust me, you can do.
Just need more money in your pockets.
flowers is coming.
Well, it-
Exactly.
More money in your
It
pocket.
means a lot, too, at the same time, though. Alright, that's a wrap.
How to feel when I'm with too many hoes in different area codes. Man, you could ask Nate Dogg. Shit is ludicrous. Swear some mornings, man, I